All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a unique one. It's Super Bowl Game Saturday's practice program. I guess we can come up with a name for this. I am Captain D-Trag. Proterova, you there?
Yep, I'm there.
Yeah, Proterova's here, because, we're going to be playing this game on March 25th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with him and Blood Spice Moon, but tonight we're going to take a look at that, or as far as practice playing this thing. He's looking at it from his end, but this is how we're running it for voice and all this stuff. But, yeah, Game Dev Tycoon. I'll run on Switch. I do have my Sarius icon that I got from the Switch Online stuff to show that. For Game Dev Tycoon, we'll go into this more when we play in a couple weeks. But yeah, your familiarity with this Proterova is the PC version, yes?
Yes.
Yes, which came out in 2012. It came out on the Switch in 2020. Out of kind of nowhere. I don't know when that happened to it. But either way, what we're going to do is we're going to be pretty much playing around with this, just kind of getting a bit of a practice case. This is what I was doing for File as far as how it's operating. But yeah, it's the minus button, go to the menu. And we're going to start a new game, feasibly. And yeah, we'll go into more discussions on the game itself when we do this in about a month. But yeah, for the purpose of this, it's just basically going to be us running this, seeing what we're doing, and I guess trying to see as far as we get. Because you've beaten this game a couple times, right? From what I understand?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, and it's mostly the same on the Switch. The only thing I'm really noticing is stuff with the interface, and when you're playing this in portable mode, you have a touchscreen control that mimics the mouse support but on the PC, but yeah, we're running this docked, so we can't show that. Alright, let's start a new game. Alright. Welcome to Game Dev Tycoon. Transporting back to the start of your very own game development company, and yeah, this is a request that Proterova made. I'm very happy to be able to fulfill this and get ready to it, to the point where, yeah, we're having a very special show of just doing it to start, as a little bit of a preview. Alright, so we'll go into element of company name and stuff when we play it more, but I don't know, Proterova, do you want to name it something specific for now?
Nope.
Alright, fine, we'll just be a company name, and we'll play her.
The UI is a little different on the Switch version.
Yeah, basically what they did, you're gonna notice that. That's what I noticed that was sort of different of what I saw of it on the PC, but it is not too dissimilar anyway. Because, yeah, as I said, there's no mouse support for the specific.
I assume the mechanics are pretty similar?
Pretty much, yeah. Based on what you showed me of the Switch version, because it's you who, or no, the PC version, you're the one who exposed me to that, and then when I found this was on the Switch, and the question of can we do PC stuff, which we will be able to in about a month, but I'd already bought the Switch version by that time. But as I said, we'll be able to figure stuff with PC to it. But yeah, for the time being, there are changes to the interface. You can change character heads and stuff, and then character shirts and all that. I guess let's go with the sequin blue shirt. You can be female or male if you so desire. You can also randomize it with dice. We'll just be company name and player for now, but also Proterova will indicate one thing to you, which is when we play this in about a month, you have call of what we're going to call our company name. So yeah, feel free to keep that in mind for the next month for what we do. And also you have settings, which are over here. Game length, which you can run 35 years, was recommended. 42, or fast pace of 30. I guess we'll do 35 unless you want to run 42. It's your pick.
I would say just go to the recommended.
So the 35. And pirate mode, yeah, they do give you the option for pirate mode on this version, because you can't... Do you want to tell the story of what pirate mode is on the PC version, or want to hold for that for a month?
Just no.
You say no on that. We can explain it later, but as I said, and we'll explain it in a month for sure. But, okay, no. Okay, what it is that causes reduced sales on all your games. You could go into bankruptcy, so it's a little bit harder mode to turn it off. Okay, and X button is your stuff. To play the game before, you can choose to use all hints gained. We'll show them off when we play it specifically, but for the time being, I think we can do no on this baby. Alright, so we're starting in year one, and we have $70,000, our DeLorean on the side, and there's our computer. X button is your action menu in this. And yeah, we're going to develop a new game. Feel free to lead this one, Proterova, specifically as far as what you think we should do. Because I've kind of played around with this with a lot of people as far as on my lunch break, and they've been really interested in this game. I've noticed. They're like, oh, we're going to do this game. They were actually really excited. They're looking forward to the show significantly. I know that for a fact. And it's been quite a fun time. Alright, so we're going to start, I guess, with developing a new game. Now, yeah, just as a little bit of a spiel. Yeah, you have options of topic and genre and platform you want to run on, and then name of game, which you'll put in. And the way the game name works is basically just doing a type in on the Switch's keyboard for the purpose of that. Okay, so where do you tend to start when it comes to game designing as far as the beginning of the game? And how do you want to run this?
Okay.
Because there are a lot of decisions to make.
Huh?
There are a lot of decisions to make.
Number one, I think they give you 2 or maybe 3 topics to begin with. It's random.
Oh yeah, okay.
So,
there you go. So military, UFO, abstract, and romance.
Oh, 4.
So they give you an extra one on the Switch version then. Okay.
Is it 3 on the PC version?
You probably know better than I did because you played on the PC that way. We can look in later, but either way, we started with military, UFO, abstract, and romance. Yeah, your pick. What do we want to make?
I think military is the strongest.
Okay. I guess one other thing just to ask...
Granted, I'm assuming you want to do this pretty much blind, right?
For this or for when we do this in a month, or both?
Both. I'm trying to get a sense.
Sure.
For the purpose is I'm trying to get a sense of of how you want to do things.
It's up to you because you requested this game. So yeah, if you want to lead us on this, go ahead. I'll do whatever you want for it because you're the one who asked to see this, and I'm grateful you did.
Yeah. Okay. Like I recommended to make this a little bit more casual. So,
it is casual though, so that's going to be that idea.
Yeah. So what I see is, so I guess when we do it, we're not going to have any hints on.
Probably not, but we'll explain what's going on for everything just for the purpose of, how is this operating, as we usually do. But I turned them off for this purpose anyway.
Yeah. Treat the hints is pretty much a new game plus.
Okay. I've been using that when I've been doing practice off screen.
In other words, if you're truly playing it blind, then you've never played the game before, therefore you can't have hints.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can't, I see in the future, right?
Right. Or also the tutorials, because they give you an option to turn them off or not.
Think of it like time travel. You've played through the game, and then you're looking at your last save, and then you found out in whatever year, with whatever system, that something was good.
Gotcha. Okay, makes sense of that.
And that advice, granted, I don't remember this. I played this years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And my memory's not perfect either. But even me telling that military is probably, that I suspect is strong right now, is too much of a spoiler.
Okay. That should be fine. Actually, you're saying we're going to get people in chat. We are. Hey, first, so good to see you tonight for our first, preview program, I guess, as far as our first look at Game Dev Tycoon, which we're playing a month. See, I told you, Proterova, we were going to have guests this way. But yeah, Proterova's here as far as how we're operating. We're taking a brief preview on Game Dev Tycoon. So, but yeah, feel free to, sit back, relax as far as it's going to be a little different than a normal show we do. But yeah, we're getting ourselves ready for this in about a month. But all right, so it's good to see you, for saying for stopping by. Okay, so you're saying as far as setup, we want to run military to start?
Well, I guess the best way to do it is more like just theory craft.
Okay.
So did they give us a year? What's going on here?
I think they started basically in the 1980s, from what I've remembered playing of this game so far. Specifically, so like year 1, but I think we can also tell by platform. Okay, so they're not Commodore 64 and they're not PC since the 80s.
Our viewers, right?
Yes.
Okay, so G64 and PC, and those are pretty dated. So I can safely assume we're probably in the 70s or 80s or something like that.
We're in the 80s because the Commodore 64, which the G64 is based off of, was in 80s units, I believe.
But we don't. I guess we can extrapolate that it's Commodore 64, but
it is.
Let's go. Let's think of this as if we're playing it blind.
Okay.
So and I will try my best too, but I will try to let the audience guide us through the game. Okay,
there you go. So, Electris, you heard that.
As much as possible.
Yeah, so Electris, you heard it. I mean, it also is going to be a case of A, memories on playing it, and also B, guidance if you want to do that. But I guess just to show this, I mean, Yeah, we'll see how this operates that way. But yeah, we do start like the early 80s as far as how it is. You have option, topic, and then genre.
5 or so. If I remember correctly, it's supposed to be like 85-ish.
It's a little before 1985, and I know that because of some of the other practice I've been doing. I think it was like 1981, 2, I think. We'll see.
Okay, then early.
We'll see as we go.
My memory is 85 for some reason, but okay.
I think that's about it, but it is before 1985. I know that for a fact, as we're gonna see. So okay, so as far as platform, we do have option platform for dev cost. We also want to take into account market share, and then also what your element is. So we could take a well, it's not a risk necessarily on the G64 because of the fact that you have a higher dev cost, but more of a market share, or you can run PC where it's cheaper for it. I have you guys on background noise like grind Persona 3. Okay, I'm glad to have an element of that, Electverse for sure. Good to that as far as like RPG grind, and we'll run to that when Proterova is going to be playing Lunar in about 2 months for the program as far as RPG, and he's controlling that one completely. But anyway, fine. If you have no objections, I'm pulling the Commodore 64, the not Commodore 64 out. We'll do topic. We'll run military. I think that's probably a good idea.
It really depends on what you're going for, and so I'm not gonna jump either way. I don't know if I have really an answer for this. There's a bit of strategy involved in this game.
Sure, because the other thing, I get that completely.
Yeah.
Because also the other thing is that.
So,
go on.
I think you're given. I think by default you're given all genres.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
I think that sounds right.
Yeah.
So you have options here of everything here. Yeah, you have a choice, and I think in some ways you kind of have to gauge, I guess, as you said, the time period sort of, but then also what you want to make and what's going to go well with the theme you pick. So.
Okay, so what do we pick? Are we picking military?
Yeah, I'll pick pick military.
What's good in the early 80s? What's a good genre?
I'd say probably either that or UFO, honestly. I mean, military, I'm thinking stuff like Choplifter, a little bit, maybe.
Now, did it come out in the early 80s?
Did what come out?
Games?
Yeah, I think so. As far as, like, military stuff... Oh, there's Military Madness, which I believe was on, actually, that was on Commodore 64. So, yeah, your knowledge of game history will come in handy on this game. I can speak to that as far as the, stuff I'm doing. So that's why I was leaning towards military, or leaning back towards military. And then genre... which I'm thinking maybe it's strategy case.
There was quite a bit of like romance novels or something on the early 80s, right?
Well, there was Soft Point Adventure, if you're familiar with that one. That is a real game, which is a text-based sort of erotic adventure, so there were, actually, a lot of text-based games. You could say like, hey, a text-based game, running that, and we'll see that in a little bit. Or, as I said, run military and run... I think what I'll do is we'll run military, or... Okay, fine, you can also put in name of game, we'll do that in a second. Let's do military. Let's do... This is gonna be maybe a little hard. Well, actually, no. I'll say military action, because I guess you're saying the 80s. This is like the era of Contra a little bit. Or Rush and Attack from Konami, which we talked about a couple weeks ago with Surrender Antonio as far as how that... And a lot of games like that on the Commodore 64s is. So, military action. We have name. We can name game. Do you have a suggestion on this military action game?
I do not.
Okay, so, fine. For the purpose, we can just call it Game 1, but we can also take suggestions as far as how that's operating, but you know what? Fine, I'll say, yes, fine, I'll just keep it default now. We'll change it, we'll figure this when we play it more. Okay, so, you have option, as I was saying, your knowledge of game history is going to come in handy here because, yeah, you have option as far as paying money to do graphics that are text-based or 2D graphics. For this kind of game, I think we need 2D graphics.
I like the graphics of the graphics, because the PC, at least the original PC version, which is why I played it on, didn't have that.
It was an 8-year gap between it on Switch and PC, and that Switch version came out kind of out of nowhere, and there are mobile ports of this as well. It is pretty nice as far as how it looks to it. I think for the purpose of this, we probably want to run 2D graphics for a military action game, I think. So that's that. That is set, just to make sure. Hit X.
I don't know how good a text-adventure military game would be.
Yeah, that's the question. And I noticed that actually doing the play on this as far as my practice, so that's been actually kind of fun. So yeah, each stage you have development. as far as what you want to put into, and at the top of the screen you have your bugs, design, technology, and research. They don't label them on Switch unlike they do on the PC, which is kind of surprising, but that's kind of the indication. They just have like a graphic going what they are, but that's what they are.
I believe in the PC version, there was like a patch or something that added that in, or some sort of mod.
Okay, which, yeah, because I guess they didn't do mods on this game on Switch. There's some games that have. I know Factorio, which I know you're a big fan of, that got a Switch port last year that does have support for mods on that, and actually on all the consoles it came out on. But yeah, it's mostly the same from what I'm standing on the PC, but with some differences.
It matters, but if you're like 49% and you're just casually playing through, oh well, you made 1% error, whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so we do have options for what we want to do. Put into engine, gameplay, story, and quests. You can play around with these as much as you want, and you do want to, as Proterova is indicating, make sure that it's kind of in line with the kind of game you're making. So, for military action, I'm thinking the Contra perspective, which actually, based on how this is going, I might actually do one of these for Contra Hardcore, because I've been playing that in September. I know how insanely hard that game is, but there's like a practice thing for that too. But anyway, I'm thinking we should have gameplay pretty high for this baby. And then engine and story quests, from what I've understood, you can kind of, I guess, handle how the allocation is, but as you change allocation, it goes in different methods as far as what do you really think you need to make your game successful. So, for this, I'm thinking we want to have a large amount of gameplay. As far as engine, I don't know if we need that big for it. And then story and quests could maybe be on the limited side if you so desire. What do you think, Proterova? That sound like look like a good balance of, I want to put on gameplay specific. What do you think?
Gameplay should be higher.
Gameplay should be pretty much at the top. Oh, no, not engine. Not engine. Pretty much at the top, basically, for gameplay, I would think.
I think it should be gameplay, engine, and story.
Engine and story.
Contra didn't really have much of a story.
Yeah,
right?
Not much. I mean, just like opening cinematic, sort of, a little bit. And I mentioned Russian Attack from Konami. That was another case where not a whole lot.
Game, so
yeah.
What do you like a little CGI video, 5 seconds? You're the good guy, beat the bad guy.
Well, yeah, if you're lucky, developing on the C64. But I get that idea. It would just be an intro screen. You're right. So yeah, you do have to kind of. And this is what I like about this game. This is why, Proto, I'm glad you indicated for us you want us to play this, and you turned me on to this game, because it does make you really think about how is a game going to be successful, especially in that era of games. So, yeah, running gameplay, engine, and story. Actually, that was what happened with Chasm 22 with this game. We're doing, like, great hospitals, like a hospital strategy game for the purpose of what we're doing. So, yeah, when you do that, you put in money, or you put in points into bugs and design, technology, research, but the idea is, like, you want your bugs to be down unless you run into a Pokemon Gen 9 situation, which we're going to deal with in about a month as well. But, alright, so, development stage 2. Because, yeah, it is the software development life cycle. We're teaching how game development or software development works on this program. Okay, so for this one, we want level design. Because, like, Contra has great... Fine. Contra's level design is a little different in terms of what it is, in terms of where enemies are placed. So I think that would count. And then AI, I guess, to a certain extent, as far as making sure they're not going to be that bad. And as you said, I'm saying dialogue's pretty much nothing, because, like, yeah, just the... It's the bad dude's perspective, which is the president's been kidnapped by ninjas. Are you a bad enough dude to rescue the president? One of the best intros of any video game ever. You ever play Bad Dudes?
No.
I'll have to show Bad Dudes for the show specific. It is amazing. Well, it's not good, but it is amazing how they said it. But alright, I think that's a good layout for what we're doing. Alright, so there you go. And you want to have, from what I've realized on this, you want to make sure that your design and technology are high, and as you do stuff, you also get research points you can develop into stuff later on to add additional features and stuff like that, and build engine. We'll do that a little later. Alright, Dev 3 is putting points into graphics, sound, and world design. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. And also, for graphics and sound, do you want basic sounds, basic graphics, or nothing? I'm going to go down here just for the purpose of what that's... Actually, no,
That's funny.
What's that?
I was just thinking, like, is there really a world in an 80s game? I guess.
It depends on what it is. I mean, and that goes to one thing about this, which is that even with the limitations of stuff, at that time, like Final Fantasy. I know that's way after something like this, but the idea of what does world building look like on something small, even something like Super Mario Brothers, when you think about it, because, yeah, the idea that, hey, the Mushroom Kingdom is this world, so you're mostly gonna get that in the instruction manual, back when they had instruction manuals, but interesting point that way, saying like, okay, how much you really need, maybe enough to give a sense of, hey, it's gonna get your imagination going, like the Atari perspective too, and then where the graphics gonna go, where sound gonna go.
Minimalism of games.
Yeah, I would think we probably want graphics to be nice on this. Sound, pretty decent. World design's kind of a in the middle, I think, and I do want to make sure about one thing, which is, yeah, I think that's all we got, because we have basic sounds on. It's 2D graphics for what it is. Oh, right, because you only have one sound option, and later when you open up all the ones, you can switch between it. So I think that should be good for running.
Yeah, we start off with getting graphics 1 and basic sound. If you notice, they kind of gave us those as default.
Yeah, I've noticed that also when I'm doing the play on this ball. Right, there we go.
I pay extra for basic sound.
Okay, so actually, yeah, this is pretty good, seeing all those orbs going out. Okay, now finish. You usually want to wait till the bugs go to nothing and then hit that X button. Or feasibly give it a little more time, but hey, if you wait too long, well, fine, maybe more bugs will introduce, or they won't be fixed specifically, or you won't get a whole lot of stuff. But yeah, there are your design and tech points. Yeah, that's a pretty good case, and you get a topic and combo thing, and experience points going to what you put in. So actually, yeah, it's not bad for
11-14 sounds good.
Yeah, for this early in the game, I will tell you, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I think like 8 or 9 or something is probably average.
Okay, so actually in that case, we're thinking in a good case this. Okay, you can also trash your game if you want, which means that, correct me if this is not right, you keep the experience you had, but then you basically just trash it, but then you also lose the money that you had. If you do want to change name here, you can get the Y button to do that. For the purposes, we'll just say Game 1.
Right.
But I'll tell you what we're doing. We're going back to the Odyssey, which is even before any of this stuff.
To, like, save your reputation or something.
Yeah, again, Pokemon Gen 9. Yep, but as we're not established, so, like, what do we have to lose, I guess? And we did pretty good, so we're gonna say, okay, we're good on that. Boom, there you go.
You're literally working from your garage. Like, what do you have to lose?
Nothing right now, but of course, this has been the fun part when I've been doing the test with my coworkers on this, showing them this, because I know people who played this game before, played on the PC. One specifically said that, hey, I went back and played this game because you were showing it, because I kind of wanted to get back into it. I was like, I'm glad I got to play it again. But alright, you get the reviews. Yeah, the reviews come in. So yeah, what is Game 1? So it's like the Odyssey, if you're familiar with that unit from way before even this. Alright, let's see what are the reviews. Alright, here we go. 8 out of 10, okay. Played it for days, so it's a Star Games. Then, 7 out of 10, nice experience, Informed Gamer, a takeoff on Game Informer. I don't even know if they were around at the time. 7 out of 10, their focus on gameplay served the title well, Game Hero. And 7 out of 10, military and action is a great combination, so all games had. So actually, pretty good, okay. So, yeah, we're on our way. Actually, that might be one of the best. That's one of the best starts I think I might have had as far as the stuff I've been doing. As far as how it's operated, but okay, we're good. Then here's your first release. Yeah, newcomer in the game industry just released their first game. Game number received fair reviews with such a good start, you'll gain fans quickly. When you release a game, you will have fans feasibly for it if they like it, and also you'll get a residual costs for the period that's on the market before they stop printing it. And there you go, hit the ZR button, you can look at your game units, specifically hit that. Okay, sold 4,712 units this first week on the market. At charts at 32. Actually, that's pretty good for how early we're at. But, okay, actually, so there you go. We're actually in a good shape, and you do have these first fans. So successfully have 20 fans. Okay, actually, this is one of the best starts I think I've ever had on this game. So, yeah, this is going well. Okay, so
I think we were good on the charts early on.
Uh-huh. Alright, achieved a company sales records over 10,000 units sold. Oh, wow, okay. Important milestone in the history of company name. There'll be an actual company name. We'll play this in a month, but that being said, there we are. And you do have your action menu. You can do different development history. You look at game history of what you've got. Do research to show this. Use your research points you get from development to add stuff like add new topic, do a custom game engine, and stuff like that with the points you have. Then the other thing is generate a report on game, which we're going to do that. So there it is, and you can get a sense of what do you want to do as far as what it's seeing. You can queue one of those up. And we're doing what? Actually, yeah, I'm getting tons of money on this and getting more research. All right, so here's a post-release analysis. We got the following results, which are military action's a great combination. Dialogues aren't important yet. Proterova, you're right. Contra, we love a till Hardcore came out, and Contra 3, but that was years later. So like, yeah, they just want your military in action. If you see something, shoot it. That's all you got to do. Pull the gun out and start blasting everything, which is a fair perspective to that. Actually, yeah, this is going pretty well, and we have a decent amount of fans as far as how it is. And we do research and then game history, just to show game history. That's our one game. And then after about, I think it's a year, it goes off the market, I think, eventually. Yes? Right, there you go. It's off the market right now. Sold 19,000.
Say a little less than a year.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so to that. All right, so there you go. It sold 19,300.
Or something.
All right, generating $135,771 in sales. Awesome. Okay, so there we go. So we don't have a project running right now. You develop a new game, we're gonna do research. Just for your question to this, do you tend to run this as far as wanting to get an engine specific, or just like do dev of game for the next part?
That goes into the strategy, so spoilers.
Well, what's your strategy then? It was like this will be a preview to when we do this on March 25th for it, but as I said, there's also going to be you can guide us completely for that one as far as how to operate it.
Probably two or three, depending on the what topics I would get. It would depend on when I go for custom game engine.
And here's a question then: when you see a new topic, it randomizes it, right? Oh no, excuse me. It randomizes the perspective of going for the ones that get at the start of the game, but also when you research it, I believe. Also, by the way, when you're in a menu like this, time will not pass. So it's like SimCity that way. Okay, so I guess in that case, we could just probably dev a new game if that works. Because yeah, we don't have a whole lot to do right now. Okay, so let's do another one.
It's expensive, right? 50 points of research is expensive.
For the engine, yeah, for the engine. So that's the other thing. The strategy case is that, hey, I could spend the 10 points I have in order to get a new topic to run with, or you can wait. So you do have a lot of elements to that. I mean, in that case, it is this great kind of strategy element, and it also kind of, honestly, Proterova, it's filling a bit of a gaping hole we have in this program. We've not touched stuff with strategy games yet, and I know I've wanted to get to that. I know you've wanted to get that specific, so I think this is actually a pretty good one to start with as far as how that's operating. All right, so next game. And the other thing then, you have the question of, okay, do you want to still keep running on the console you're at to keep your install base up maybe, or manage the market share, or go to something else? So that's gonna be that one idea. And one thing...
It really hasn't changed much, has it?
No, not really. I mean, it's not until I think year 2 or 3 that platform market shares might adjust. And actually, as I said, I know history of gaming as far as some of these consoles is real life. So it actually is giving me a little more of an advantage, maybe, than you might think, just as far as that. But we'll stick with the Commodore 64 still. Okay, one thing I've also learned is that you tend not to want to just make the same game over and over again. Because you think, like, well, alright, military action worked well, but maybe it won't, because they'll say, hey, you're saturating the market, or you're going to compare it to your last game. So you might want to adjust it that way. So actually, in that case, we'll do the other one. We did the UFO case. Or UFO is the case that we're thinking that would be pretty popular now. So we have...
Basically, we made one. It was good.
Yeah, well,
try something else.
It went really well. So yeah, varying it up, but also the idea of like trying to read the market at the time of when this is set, mostly. Okay, so pick genre. So we did an action. We did an action military last time. We do an alien adventure. We could make it XCOM and do alien RPG, or that'd be also simulation, I guess, for that. Or strategy. I think. For this one, I think.
Also, where is our fault? What part of the world are we in? What's an RPG? What the hell is that?
Let me think about this. I'm trying. Actually, that's a good question. I'm trying to think. What's the early element of RPG as far as the game? Trying to remember. Actually, the people who made Tetris 2, Bulletproof Software, they made stuff like early 80s that I think were RPG, sort of. Although the name maybe was not. So I'll also have to look into that. See what's the history of it. What? Sorry?
It wasn't a staple. It probably wasn't a stable genre.
Yeah, we'll look before we do this game for full in a month. I'll look into that. So, what's the history of when the term was first used? Because I don't know, it could have been earlier or later than you thought. Although, fine, maybe one that kind of got indicated early would be like Final Fantasy, but that's not for a bit of time from where we are. I'm gonna run Adventure. I think it's a little different as far as action, but I think the Adventure, like, hey, you're on a spacefaring quest, something going on. Let's do fine, let's call it something to space. Let's see. Okay, that stuff I was trying to look for because I was looking for Sea of Stars. They did the demo of that, which by actually it's supposed to be a lot like Chrono Trigger from what I understand. It's out in August. Space. Fine, we'll call it Space-Time Continuum. You can name it anything you want.
Wikipedia tells me, basically tabletop games.
Okay, so thank you for indicating that. That's the other benefit of having guests this way.
The thing that father was Gary Gygax. So, yeah.
So that'd be like what? Like Warhammer stuff? Was Warhammer even out at the time? I don't know if it was. Either way, fine, we're calling it Space-Time Continuum either way, but alright. We could fine. Well, we could text this again, but honestly we had good success with graphics. I don't think that how they tend to ask you of this, I don't think they'll penalize you for saying like, oh, we're gonna do graphics again. It's only just for genre, I believe, or topic and genre, I believe. So I think we could just run graphics again. So there's our $30,000 towards it. All right, so for our case of this, as an adventure game, I would think we'd probably want to maybe up ourselves a story a little, sorta. Engine, I mean, we'll want gameplay as far as exploration and stuff.
Okay, so I can Google things. Apparently the Warhammer series has been around since '83. So no, it was, I believe, D&D was like 70s.
Right, so...
77s.
Okay, so
no Warhammer was not out.
Yeah, we're getting close to it specifically, though. Alright, thank you for indicating that. I appreciate that. Okay, so for this, I'm gonna lean into gameplay again, but I do think I want to go more into story quests. I mean, I guess like thinking like a precursor like Legend of Zelda or something. I'm done with Persona for the night. Select versus saying, okay, well, actually, I should also tell the story. When I was doing test play on this, Edwack, who I work with, he was like, he loves Persona, so he's like, what about that next game, the 6th one? I designed it in this, and it didn't get reviewed very well. I was like, what have I done? But we'll go into that more as far as how it is. How you liking that Persona 3? I guess you bought, what, the portable one? I bought Persona 4 Golden because they dropped that out on Xbox One and Switch and stuff, about a month ago. I still have to start playing it. Honestly, I've been so busy with other stuff. Okay, so fine, we're gonna run gameplay quests, and yeah, I think engine should be okay as far as how it's operating. We'll see how this stuff operates and if we're running into bugs.
I don't know. I would have been E.T. That movie seems popular right now.
Yeah, true. Oh, yeah, you're right, because the E.T. game, that was on the way, sort of, as far as how it's operating.
It was a very famous movie. Just make a game out of it. It made lots of money, right?
Well, it did make money, and then it didn't make money, and then every unsold copy was buried in a landfill in Albagorda, New Mexico. Yeah, like we're saying,
we don't know about that stuff yet.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's true. We haven't even hit console. Yeah, like we're saying, the Persona 3 release is a good one. You ever play Persona, by the way, Proterova?
Not much.
I think you'd like them, and they put a bunch of them on the PC along with the modern systems. I liked what I played of. Well, actually, no, I haven't played 4 yet. I played the first one because I have the remake on the PSP. But alright, one thing is saying the Commodore 64 is outselling the PC stuff because they like the lower price, greater availability, and flexible hardware configuration, which is how the Commodore 64 ran, even to the point where you could run like cassette tapes on that thing. Actually, Montague K was indicating that because he was a big one on the ZX Spectrum, which also did something like that. But alright, I don't think ZX Spectrum is in this, or even equivalency on this. Exercise might spell the end of competing hardware manufacturers. Yeah, I'll keep my mouth shut on that one. Specific. Okay, so stage 2. So for our alien adventure, or UFO adventure, I should say. We want level design still, AI a little bit, dialogue's a little more. I'm gonna go a little more into some of this, I think, because I think that's gonna be kind of, so you have to really adjust it based on what you want to run. I'll put dialogues out, I'll put an AI up a little more, and I'll put the level design down a bit, still high enough. All right, but it is introducing some bugs. We'll see how we handle that. Okay, so Dev Stage 3, world design. I think we want a world on this one. I think we definitely want a world for our UFO adventure, because, hey, we're going into space. You remember we did in the Mega Man X4 play? It was like, we're going to space later. It was like, no, we're not going to make them wait for space. We're going now. And then... honestly, yeah, you know... in some ways, I think that kind of might be okay. Actually, we'll do a little more on the world design a bit.
Very big world.
Sorry, what?
Just have a very big world.
Yeah, absolutely.
So world design.
You know,
It's not like world design and nothing else.
yeah, and a good point. So I'll indicate that way and
Big world.
keep our sound going. Okay, so let's see how this thing operates. Alright, yeah, that wasn't as hot, and also I introduced a bunch of bugs. So not as good as the last one. I do want to wait till we hit to nothing, or see if... no, I'll wait.
Okay.
Yeah, because you could still put more money. I guess sort of wait, but I think it will... I guess it will kind of stop. Okay, so Japanese company Ninvento. So yeah, we're getting to like 1983 about. So it's planning to launch its very own game console. They're known for widely successful arcade game Dinky King, I should say. Fitting, we did Donkey Kong Country 3 a couple weeks ago, as far as that, but this is way before that. Okay, so Main Street experts doubt.
Straight games.
No, yeah, I get that for sure. Main Industry experts doubt. They'll take off.
It would make such a shitty named game, Dinky King.
I don't know. I mean, the question is, are they going to get sued by Universal for that, like Nintendo was? But Nintendo won that, because they're sued because of the King Kong. But alright, fine. Will console gaming go anywhere?
Yeah, it sounds like an insult to King Kong.
Well, it was supposed to be... well, fine. The name was sort of similar, but Shigeru Miyamoto designed that said it's supposed to be take on, like, Donkey is, like, somewhat stubborn, and then Gorilla for Kong, specific. So stubborn Gorilla is the idea of where he was coming with that one, specific. But alright, 9-7, not as great as my last one, admittingly. But at least you are getting more points, because, yeah, depending on how you put into your level design or anything else on that board when you're doing your development, you get level ups for your stats or level ups for yourself. I don't know how I was going to play as far as it, because it wasn't as hot as the last one, but I did wait a little longer for what I had, so let's put it out, see what happens. Alrighty, it always is this little tension thing for the case of this. Alright, first reviews, Space Time Continuum came in. I'll be glad when I'm done with Persona 3 because I'm on the final day. Okay, no, I get that for sure as far as I guess because... yeah, that's a long one from what I understand. Yeah, at some point we'll do that. I guess we'll make that the first Persona game we play, but I still need to get a copy of FPS on the PS2 because that's the one that chat wants to see. And it's one that's apparently the best. Boy, let's see what they say. I'm not necessarily confident... oh shit, I'm definitely not. It's okay. Well, I don't know if 4 is okay. Okay, they hated it. Disappointing.
Okay. Yeah, I would say 4 is a little bit less than okay.
Yeah, not much fun, says Game Hero. Not fun. Okay, so that's called the sophomore slump. Clearly. Everybody has it, unfortunately, it seems like. But alright, fine. Space-Time Continuum did not do so hot. So the question is, will it sell? It was not buggy, at least. We waited till it released. Let's see what the game design report is, because then we get a sense of, okay, what was that about? Okay, we lost a fan. It's doing okay. Lost another fan. That's always the idea. You can feasibly rally. Alright, so what was the analysis? Okay. UFO Adventure's okay. Dialogues are important. The platform genre match was great, though. So, okay, so the console then was good, and that's fitting to Commodore 64. There's a lot of stuff that was on that as far as adventure stuff. So, yeah, not a bad idea. So, maybe UFO and Adventure was kind of the question as far as how that operated. Alright, so, yeah, there is the not NES, the TES, as they call it. And I think you said this, Proterova, specifically, which is like, how do they not get sued for this? To which I would say, Probably fine. The satirical perspective is not exactly the same, and also, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the idea is that, as you said, this is a very cheeky game, something that's made with a lot of love and a lot of understanding, deeper than I think I realized, for what this is. But there's the TES, so there's console stuff, cartridge-based games, uniquely designed controllers. So yeah, look at that. There it is. They're saying it's releasing over here. And next... Okay, so we're not hemorrhaging fans that badly. It's like one a case.
And granted, you only have so many.
That's true, but that, I mean, if nothing else, we did overcompensate with the last run of this we did. The other thing we could do is we could do research eventually, but we do need to rally. We need something going on. Okay, so I think it's off the market. How'd it do? Alright, it sold less. It sold 5,458, and it was 38,241. So, alright, so that's that for it. We'll have to do another one. As far as research, I think I want to wait on Engine, because we're pretty close. So let's do a new game. Alright, so for this one, we're going to do something different. So, or I guess this could be the other perspective. Has it been long enough for us to do a sequel to Military Action, or not? Well, fine. If we're gonna do a romance game, that we should make that a text game, if we want to run that. So, as far as an abstract, that'll be a question of what do we run on abstract? You know what? I think we're gonna try that. I think we're gonna do a romance. We'll do a romance... Actually, you know what? Let's do a romance RPG. Well, okay, it's sort of an RPG. I guess it's like a precursor to... How familiar are you with the Leisure Suit Larry games?
Me? Not much.
You know of them, though?
I know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Leisure Suit
I
Larry...
haven't played them.
Leisure Suit Larry Land of the Lounge Lizards, which came out on the Apple II in sometime in the 80s specific. It kind of is like an sort of a puzzle game, a little bit, a point-click adventure game, a little, in that you're trying to, you're this loser trying to get lucky with the lady specific. It actually is very kind of charming, which its later editions, which are Magna Cum Laude and Box Office Bust especially, totally missed. Those games are horrible. But, well, fine. The dating sim, but this is also a little early for dating sim. There's like either romance strategy, that could be the Leisure Suit Larry thing, or RPG. You know, let's see. I think we could do that. Alright, so let's run platform. Okay, and, okay, yeah, one other thing. When you do well as far as genre match, and I believe when you're running console, or specific system, or platform, I should say, it will give you, like, hints. Oh, fine, not hints exactly. It'll basically give you a history of what you ran as far as genre match for what you made. Usually. So, I think in that case, we can still run the, not Commodore. Let's do next. Actually, you don't see, it's funny. I was saying I should do text adventure, but then I'm thinking, well, if this is gonna be a romance game, don't you want to see the results of your romance in the sense of having that connection with character at the very least? I said softboard adventure is one way of doing it, but then again, with this one, I kind of want to run graphics on this. The more I'm thinking about it, so I think we're gonna try that. All right.
Erotic novel.
Sorry, what?
Pictures.
Or the visual novel?
No, I'm just saying, like, you go either way, right?
That's true. And that always is... I'll tell you. That's the thing with this game that's really interesting. It seems like it's a case where I'll kind of sometimes second-guess myself as far as how it's operating, but then the question of, what do you want to do? I'll tell you what I do want to do. We want to put story and quest pretty much at the height on this one specific. Gameplay, I think we can kind of half and half that one, because... Not to say RPGs don't have gameplay, they clearly don't. I mean, Electra's is giving a good example of one with Persona 3 that definitely has gameplay to it, no question. But I think maybe the other thing is that in a lot of cases there is the story and that world build a little. So, not that the gameplay is an afterthought necessarily, but just the idea that there'll be more of a focus. It's more of an idea of like, how you balancing focus really on something. I guess Engine... I think we keep Engine about the same as gameplay, but I know Story Quest, we want to run that. I think.
And do realize that at the bottom, that's 100% of your time. So, just because if you put one lower, you're indirectly boosting the other one up.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because as you're saying right there, when you move bar like that, it's going to change that. Basically go to, like, allocation for each part. Basically take more time you want to put up for dialogues than for something else. So, for this, I think we do want to do dialogues. We do want to emphasize that more. Level design, I don't think is going to matter that much, because maybe world design. That'll be more a world build for the next one. Then AI, maybe for, like, battling or something, if it's going to be something like a wild... No, a Thousand Arms, not Wild Arms. Wild Arms is something different. That's going in later. Okay, AI, because like, we do want the enemies to...
Smart creatures that you romance with, or dumb creatures?
It could be that. It could be either way. It could be, as I mentioned, like, Thousand Arms on PlayStation, where you're kind of... It's like a dungeon crawler a little bit, and then you're trying to, I guess, have relationships afterwards a little bit. I think. So it could be... Or you could have it exactly what you said, which is that, why have a limit? Make it so that you can romance people in your party, or maybe recruit other people, as far as how that operates. I know a lot of the Nipponichi games do stuff like that.
How easy is the game? How easy is it for you to get lucky?
That's the question, I guess. So, like, you'll make it a little harder to do that. It's like, hey, we'll have to have AI for running that. But level design, I think, can do that. We do want dialogue, so you can kind of have an understanding and connection with the characters. Okay, so yeah, actually, our design score, actually, that's a pretty good way to go. But yeah, this is going to be the big part, which is going to be our dev stage, which we want a full world design on this one, I'm pretty sure. Graphics, I think we want to have that pretty big too. Sound, we could sort of go, I think, in the middle, or a little less than the middle. We'll do graphics, because yeah, on this ancient technology, we do want to put enough pixels to all of the characters, so you have an attraction element that way. Specific, so I think that should be good. The world design, like, hey, this big world out there with all these people to romance, or not, feasibly. Well, yeah, I mean, it's funny because a lot of my coworkers are doing this. They bought Fire Emblem Engage, which is not a dating sim exactly. I know Fire Emblem Three Houses tends to be a case sort of like that, but you're kind of engaging with people, but just the idea of the connections you're making. So it kind of has like a dating sim element to it a little bit. Sorta. And the idea, like, how do you have that connection with character? Okay, I think that should be fine for what we got.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, design is better, but... And the NES just launched. Or not NES, the TES. I have to get out of that mentality, but, like, it's hard not to. But I do want to wait for my bugs to go, and...
I don't care about... No one's gonna care about an 80 system. It's the NES.
Right.
Just call it out.
Okay, I want to see if I can... Well, nobody knew. I mean, I think that's going to be the idea that who knew was going to take off. Yeah, I'll let it... Yeah, finish it off a little bit. I want to see if I can't get... Okay, yeah, I'm going down on costs. By the way, if you go out of, if you run out of money, you can basically take a loan out, but you have to pay it back for a purpose, and if you go down a certain point, you'll be done. So, in that case, I think we can finish. The design helped, I will say that. The tech stuff, I mean, maybe tech doesn't matter that much, but we'll see how this looks. Because, yeah, our military action game, that seemed like that was the best way to go. Alright, so dialogue's going up, level design is up, AI. We should level 2, oh, we're almost level 2 on world design. Okay, we are in graphics. And then sound, and then almost there on that. I'm gonna actually name this, though. I'm gonna name this, oh, no, not... Oh, Lucky in Love. Oh.
Okay.
Actually, wait. First thing I want to do is... Wait, can I do a shift on this? Oh, wait, no, hold on. Yeah, let me try that again. I was hitting the X button for this, so... Lucky in Love. So I'll hit the Y button on that. Lucky... yeah, Y is on the left. In Love. Okay. Alright, got it. Okay, so that seems better. I think it'll be better than our last game, at least, or my last game.
Okay.
Alright, let's see what's going on. First reviews for a newly released game, Lucky in Love. Alright. Let's see how this operated. Better. Okay, 6. I like it. So Star Games. Game Informer have seen better, which, that's Game Informer for you. Not bad, but not good, says Game Hero. So kind of all over the place a little bit, but Star Games gave us a little bit of a bump, if nothing else. So kind of average, better than last time at least. And there we go with sales, and we'll see how this is going to operate. Okay, yeah, we're getting contract work. So, alright, somebody liked this game. Alright, so Lucky in Love, impressed by your talent. You get contract business. What you can do is you can take on challenges that take time and can get you money if you succeed in them, but you have to pay a penalty if you don't. So Jason says. Okay, so when we're getting fans, it's like, alright, fine, it's the coterie audience concept. I mentioned that on the show before, which is that it's something that might have a specific perspective. When people find it, they're going to attach to it strongly. It's actually, it's doing well. This might be selling better than the other one, or getting close to selling, but one thing I'm going to do before we do anything is we'll run a game report. I will also... Oh, wait, you have to run the game report first before I can do... Yeah, so they get more research points before I can do the engine, because I'm going to put an engine as far as this. Okay, so post-analysis release. Romance RPG is an okay combination. The platform genre match is good. Graphics are important, which you put into graphics. So, okay, pretty good that way. So, alright, so in that case, let's do the research on custom game engine. And we'll start that. I like a lot of strategy games. You basically have a time perspective that's going to go with the little circle above his head. Off the market, sold 10,938 units and $76,594. So not bad. Definitely an improvement. At that point, also, we can at least run engine on the next one. And yeah, and you do have to wait for them to do that before you can do anything other than look at your game history. Okay, so... Successfully research custom game engine. You can rename it as you want. One thing I also do is take a look at that that contract work. Yeah, these are challenges you have. It gives you indications of your, of design and technology points you have to work based upon the timeline they give you and then the project. From my experience, when you start off, you do want to try and pick something that's a little longer. It doesn't have something heavy. So, you do certain things like character design, running, how do you run Excel? Yeah, which if you could teach people how to do that, or do game backdrops for graphics. I'll do character design because we did that thing for Lucky in Love. We'll set the contract. I think we do this. If you succeed in the time period that they give you, you get $12,000, but if you don't, you have to pay a penalty. Alright, so there's the TES specifically, which is a huge success, which is, again, how it actually went. Exceeded expectations, yeah, it did, because at the time... Actually, I don't think they mentioned the video game crash in this at all, as far as, like, console stuff. So, yeah. Okay, so it's not a factor in this.
Oh, yeah, right.
I love games that come with this, and playing with a controller is more fun than a keyboard. Okay. So the split of PC and console specific, although, fine, at that era, it's kind of a different way than it is now. And now it's kind of not that way. Okay, we did it in time. And you get your money. So here's $12,000. Also got word from the client. The contract is completed successfully. Good job. I usually have new contracts every 6 months, so check back in time. So every 6 months, you'll have new stuff you can do. Okay, so... As far as research, you can also pull a topic out. You know, since we're early enough in this, and I have that, I'll pull... Oh, right, you can choose topic. Okay. So you can pick from the list they give you, so one of the next 4. So city, fantasy, sports, and farming. Okay, yeah, it's too early for Harvest Moon. Or as the Cristiano64 says, is going to be on the show tomorrow night for Shadow Hearts. Oh god, here we go. Yeah, the world wasn't ready for farming yet. Because Sim Farm did not even come out yet from Maxis. As far as, at least I don't think it was at the time. But there's sports, there's fantasy, and there's city. Let me think about this. Well, yeah, since the not NES is around, we can run fantasy. So honestly, like fantasy, adventure, and RPG, you can think of stuff like that. Or sports, become like the next Punch-Out, or eventually John Madden football. But, okay. I think... Yeah, I'll take fantasy, because I get a sense that we can run stuff with that. So, alright, we'll do a research on fantasy that way, so go on. And then when we're done for our next game, since the TES is around, we can do a run on that console if you want, as far as developing your game, but there's a little bit of a wrinkle. Which you'll see in just a second. Alright, so research fantasy topic. Perfect. Alright, let's do our next game. Yeah, platform pick. Yeah, you could still develop for what you had, but since they gave a new system, you can go into that, but here's the case, is that, remember, what was the case with the NES and every other console, it seemed like, which is that after what Atari did and how they basically crashed the industry, Nintendo said, we're not doing anything like that again, so we're gonna have people have to license to run on our system. Because on Atari, it was the opposite. It's like, anybody can make a game that you wanted on that. And even lots of stuff on the PC. But as far as this, no, so you have to pay a licensing cost. Unfortunately, I don't have enough money to do that without going in the hall. And the market share is still good enough on the Commodore. Not Commodore, I should say. So I think I'm gonna dev for that. Just keep going. Eventually, you only have to pay the license cost once, by the way. So once you have it, you can then just do the dev costs for it. So what I tend to do, as far as when I play this, I will run, I guess going back and forth. You were saying?
And they have no Ataris?
Sorry, what?
No Ataris.
Not at this era, they don't. I think there's an equivalence of something they made in later parts of the game I played. But, yeah, I guess they totally... Yeah, I guess they kind of blew up Atari, because I guess... Well, yeah, they're kind of on the outskirts a little bit after NES did well. So, yeah, nothing with Atari. Which means that I can't say that, and then along came Atari, the way the old commercials did. But alright, fine, we'll stick with this. We'll run our new topic, fantasy, but okay, fine. Fantasy doesn't mean interesting one, because, yeah, fantasy adventure could work, and an RPG could work. In fact, a lot of these things could work well, except... yeah, strategy or simulation. I mean, fine. There's a Fan of the Crown. That's a fantasy strategy game, but yeah, I don't know if I want to make that specific. We did the RPG last. Actually, the fantasy adventure. That would be a great mix. So, in fact, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, since we have NES around, this is coming up to when Legend of Zelda was releasing. You do 2D graphics and text-based. Yeah, we've been doing graphics. I think there's no reason to not do graphics at this point. Alright, no, I was gonna say, we'll do the thing with the engine later. Or, the custom engine, I should say. Okay, so yeah, for this, we do want gameplay for this. We do want some quests. Engine can be, I think, in the middle. And let's put into stuff, and then... Yeah, that'll be good. We're getting some decent tech on this, if nothing else. And then dialogue. Okay, yeah, because they give you this, the indication there, which I think is based on how level is operating. Yes, as far as the plus the addition symbols and the question mark. Is that right?
Oh, it's based on your hints that they gave you.
Right. Okay. As far as I guess this stuff we have, as far as a mix of topic and stuff.
Based on your fantasy and adventure.
Okay. So I guess that's the idea, like, what do you want to maybe go to? And I think that goes with experience you've had running on a console, or on a platform specifics. Okay, so, for this, I don't know if AI is going to be important.
No, not platforms.
Okay. More on topic, you mean?
So it's in terms of fantasy adventure, I think. It's not based on the platform you're running on.
Okay, so it's topic and genre.
We have a separate mechanic altogether.
Okay. Alright, thank you for indicating that. Okay, so dialogues, we got level design. I don't know if AI is going to be that important massively, but I do think I want more in level design, a little more in level design than I have. Alright, which seems like not a bad way to run this. Actually, okay, maybe I didn't put in for the custom engine. Maybe I skipped that, but I didn't see the option for it. Maybe we can do it next time as far as how it's operating. But alright, so for this, I think our adventure case, we want a world design, and we want graphics, and I think we sort of want sound. I just put down in world design that way, graphics. And we are close to leveling up on world design. I think that should be good. 'Cause, Oh, I got a bunch of stuff. Okay, industry report. Creates a variety of game devices, creates a market for more specialized titles. Some become more popular, younger gamers, or others cater to the more mature age groups. Okay. More developers enter the market. They'll focus on the game's specific age groups to make an impact. Yeah, this is where we're getting to one thing we'll indicate later. Also, you new research. Yeah, target audience. In fact, that's what they're indicating right there. You basically focus on where you want to point your game towards as far as what's the audience going to be. Actually, engine reminder, don't forget creating engines because they'll improve your games. You can create them enough, or you can create them in the action menu once you research it, which we did. I'll do it on the next game. I'll also wait for the bugs to go. Because actually, yeah, this is pretty good. This is definitely a better case than what's going on. In fact, I'm going to not wait on this one. Oh no, I'll hit up. Okay, your bank account's in the red, but it has enabled you to overdraw by about $50,000, but you go bankrupt if not. And then, following the NES's success, Vena, another Japanese company, is planning to release a home gaming console of their own. We'll get into that in a second. Let's get this game running. Yeah, this is definitely a better case. New best. Okay, perfect. So our design is actually in way better shape. And engine increased, gameplay increased, story quests. Or hit the A button to skip it where it's like boom, 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 boom. Look at all that stuff go up. Okay. So there we go. So there is our fantasy game. So let's see. Our fantasy adventure. So let's see. I'm trying to think. I want something clever on Zelda. It was like, not Zelda. I was like, I don't know. I mean, oh yeah, we can call it that. Not Zelda. In fact, let's play it. Let's do not Zelda.
Oh, Link.
Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah, before Link Faces of Evil came around. Yeah, so Link. Okay, so there you go, good old Link. And we'll have to come back to Zelda at some point. We'll do that. I think we'll do Link's Awakening next at some point.
Mario game, Link should get a game, right?
True. I mean, is that unfortunately the only one that has his title in it is that CDI one. Well, fine, his name that way as far as it.
Are you gonna name a game some woman's name? Like some adventure game a woman's name?
Uh-huh. Well, I mean,
do that.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, until Link to the Past came out, and then I was like, oh, this Link case. Actually, for a while, I didn't know, like, that's the name of the character, but then I was like, oh, wait, no, it is. Yeah, so Link to the Faces of Evil, but this is way better than that. Okay, so yeah, Link is going to be doing well, so let's see how Link operates. You also do game tutorials and mono sound. Alright, let's do a, actually, I'll be looking for some contract work to see if I can't do anything. I do need to get some stuff for money. I will also do... Okay, I gotta create an engine. We'll do... that was what happened. I will run the report on this baby, though, first. I'll get that queued. Alright, so here's the first race. So Link. Let's see. How is the Link for the G64? 5 out of 10. It has its moments. Waste of time. Well, Game 4 Ollie was a harsh one as far as how it operated. Uninspiring. Yeah, we did really well. I did really well with the first game, and this was just okay. We'll do the engine next time. I think Link is gonna do okay, despite everything. Alright, post-release analysis, we got the following results, which is... Fantasy Adventure is great, so the combination was dead on. The engine isn't important, which I don't think I put too much in that engine. Not massively, anyway. Right, there we go, so that's that. Link's doing okay, but I'm gonna look at the engine, because, yeah, right, because you can set up other aspects, because we had the graphics, the 2D graphics, but then also doing a save, so like Zelda, actually. Remember, Zelda was one of the first games that had an element of that. Or a linear story. What do you tend to want to go for when you run an engine? When you played this?
Well, it depends on what type games you're making.
Mm-hmm.
What's your company going for?
Yeah, good point. We've done I guess we've
done. Yeah, then what are you making for those genres?
Good point. In fact, let's take a look as far as our history, then we can get a sense of that. So yeah, I guess most of what we made the military action game, which is still our highest. The UFO adventure, the romance RPG, and then the fantasy adventure for its specific. And it also tells you as far as how you profited or lost money or not, how fans run, and then sales rank. So yeah, I guess the theme here, it seems like, has been maybe focus on story or maybe longer games, with the exception of this one. So maybe a game save might be worth doing, potential. Okay, so yeah, we're saying what Vena is. So yeah, remember the Sega Master System? That's what this is. The Master V. Or the Master 5, I guess. Can be superior to the NES and plans to release in the next coming months. So yeah, that is literally the Sega Master System. You ever seen that thing, Proterova?
I don't know if I did.
It was huge in Europe and Brazil. It came out here, but wasn't necessarily a massive seller here. It was kind of the basis of the Game Gear later, as far as how stuff was operating. Even had like the sequence diagram for how the connections of everything were going in the center. That is the Sega Master System, by the way.
Yeah, I hear that it did well in the rest of the world, but just didn't sell in North America.
That's true. I mean, fine. In Brazil, it was massive to the point where, in Brazil, it was probably the top-selling console to like 2005. Amazingly, like after the PS2 already came out because of how import taxes are going in Brazil, which they're massive. So this company Tectoy basically said, we're gonna just design our own stuff to go around that, so we don't have to pay an import tax of like the PS2 costing like $700 for the purpose, or maybe more than that from, you know, getting on. It's like, yeah, then we have the Master System like $50. So it's kind of amazing that way. We'll have to get in that when we do stuff with the Master System. You ever say?
Oh, it's just surprising. You said it sold so well, and like we hardly saw it.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it wasn't actually until years later I indicated, and it was a niche thing in the U.S. That's for sure. But Europe and especially Brazil was huge. Okay, so Link's off the market. It sold 9,000. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I got some money. But definitely a question on that. Let me see about. Well, we'll have to do the engine thing. I can afford the. I can afford the linear story, I should say. Honestly, a lot of what I'm designing seems like it might go to that.
On development costs for your next game.
I was gonna say that's the other thing as well, but I just want to see maybe about my contract work. In fact, that's the other thing. I have contract work that might run a little longer, so I can kind of do that. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I do want to do. I don't want to take a risk on doing doing debug in BASIC. Yeah, good luck on that one. If you've ever had to do that, oh my god. Character design, that's a little longer. That's kind of in the middle and it pays more. We need some more money. We're doing this one. Let's do the game backdrops. That being said, it is a lot, so if I'm running a little bit of a risk, but that's also the good news. They give me some time. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, got it. Thank God. Alright, thank you for taking care of us. There's $24,000. Awesome. Perfect. And actually with this, then I can sort of afford something more if I want to run engine, or to say, like, we do another game. Or try... You know, fine, we'll do a character design just because. Just at least get myself a little more money. Maybe then I can manage both. Alright, so yeah, the Master V by Vena is out. Okay, so that was pretty good, although, yeah, since you get an $8,000 cost each month, that's something to keep in mind, like $15,000 that way. Okay. So, alright, let's see. I do think I want to... You know, fine, I'm going to do a couple things. I want to look at what we've got on platform costs. In fact, yeah, you can pay the license cost for that if you have enough. I don't. Yeah, the market share is kind of equal on most everything now, which is surprising. Or everything's like, hey, if I want to save costs, jump to the PC, which I could. And then, you know what, I think I might want to do that. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We are gonna do I'm gonna do an engine. Let's do a linear story. Fine, we'll just call it a game engine 1. So I'll do a research on that. Here's
What are you adding to it? Oh.
Yeah, I'm getting a linear story, because a lot of the stuff I've been running seems to be story-based a little bit. Start of the market worldwide. It's just saying, exactly. Industry experts say it was not well marketed in the US, but it flourished in other parts of the world. As I said, yeah, if you know your video gaming history, this game is a gold mine. And that's one of the things I love about it so much. It totally has its finger on that, while also having a lot of fun with that. Okay, so there's our engine. We're all set. Let's do dev on this. Yeah, and you can do an engine pick. In fact, we'll run that. Okay, so since we're doing story-based, we might wanna... We did fantasy last time. I don't know if abstract story might work. We did romance. We haven't done our military stuff. You know what? Fine, I'll tell you what we do. We'll do military again. But then the question is... Maybe we do something a little different. Or we could just do the action again. See if we have, like, the sequel to our first game. But then again... Actually, that could be the other thing. We're gonna build on story as we go along. Or I could do RPG. Because that'll be running story. It's kind of an either-or, honestly. So... And we did RPG a little while ago, although we've done action a while further back. And simulation should probably go more on gameplay. And same with strategy.
It's like strategy. I can see military strategy working.
Yeah, like Front Mission, if you ever played that. Although Front Mission was a little later. Yeah, as far as... Yeah,
We still are in the tabletop popularity time period.
True. And we could also hit the PC market, in fact, for this, because I said, because of cost reason, we're going to run the PC specific instead of the Commodore. So, like, they liked what we're doing, but yeah, you got to come with us. We're not sticking on Commodore anymore. It had its good run specific as far as the couple of years of it, but like, yeah, for cost reason, we're going to run this way. Yeah, I think we just squeeze story out of military strategy, and I think we can make that work. Okay. And you do 2D graphics. Yeah, we'll run graphics still. Because that seems like that's the best way. Alright, so boom. Okay, so... Story quests, engine, and gameplay. So, alright. Oh, and we can do... Right, we can run linear story, but... Oh, wait, no, I have linear story on... Oh, wait, do I have it online? Hang on. I was like, wait a second, I'm trying to see if I can't go over to my linear story. Oh, wait, I don't have enough money. Oh, wait, yeah, I do. Well, fine. I can overdraft by running linear story. It's like, yeah, what's the point, feasibly, if I don't do that? Okay. Fine, I'll overdraft, but we'll see. We'll try and make sure that we don't... Fine. I'll overdraft for the purpose of making sure that this goes out right. So, okay. Engine is going to be a little important on this one. Because I'm thinking, I know you're a big one on Civilization. And by the way, did you hear about the announcement of Civilization 7? They made it official today.
Oh, I did not.
Mm-hmm. They say it's coming. And, they don't know when, but yeah, they just announced it. And I know that's one that, I know the engine of that and how the way that operates is very significant. So, yeah, there you go.
We'll have to check it out.
Yeah, at some point we'll have to do Civilization for the show. I don't know which version to do. We do one of the PC ones, or I can go back in the well for the first two, because the first one's on the Super Nintendo, and the second one I think got a PlayStation 1 port specific. Or you just run one of the later ones, because I know you're big on 4, is that right? 4's your favorites? Yeah, so in that case, that, you know, we should definitely take a look at one of those. Broaden the horizons out, and I do love that. Okay, so for this, I think we on this element. We do want our gameplay pretty much to the max. Story quest, I think we can go a little more. Tad. Higher. Okay. So yeah, we were in the red, but that's fine as long as we don't get to 50,000. Okay, so now, dogs, level design, AI. I think we want AI pretty strong, because you want to make sure that the challenges and the battles we're going to be in are going to be managed. Dialogues, yeah, that's kind of important too. I'm thinking the Fire Emblem perspective a little bit too. And level design, that's going to be like a map design, if it's going to be operating something like that, a little. Okay, sort of the Civilization case too. Okay, we'll pump in that way, and then our level design should be pretty good. Alright, so yeah, design's going pretty well. Actually, yeah, okay, you're in great shape now. Okay, so, now, let's see. World design, we probably want our world nice for what's going on. Then graphics. And we'll do some stuff on sound. Okay. Yeah, world design I want to max specific. Yeah, we'll max it. Alrighty. Okay, yeah, this looks way better than a lot of the other ones. Awesome. Okay, that was great. So yeah, we're taking a risk this way, but this is gonna save the company. That's always the idea. Okay, what we got? Casual gaming. So yeah, even in 1986, 7, which is where we would be now, as far as it, we have casual gaming running feasibly. But alright, we're gonna finish this. Alright, we're in good shape. Awesome. Okay. Alright, so yeah, that's good. Actually, let's, I guess as far as name, let me think about this. What do you think about this?
It's funny, you need your name afterwards.
That's, well, well, I mean, yeah, good point. Actually, I'm trying to think if has there ever been an example of a case where they didn't have a name? Well, I mean, I know there's cases where they've had, like, project names, and then there's, like, because I know, Fable was one of those. They called it Project Eden. Oh, no, they called it, no, Project Eden's something else. They called it something, and then later they changed the name to Fable, but that was not at the last minute. So, yeah, fair enough point. So, it's a military... let's see. Oh, yeah, their Military Madness is a game that already exists. We could call it that, so let's see, okay, Arcade Archive is something else, so, like... we could make the Army Men franchise. That's a little early for that. It's not until the 90s. Like, fine, Army Attack. Let's see. Like, that should be fine. And usually name does not factor into whether people are going to like it. Yes? I'm pretty sure not. Yes?
No.
Okay. I would think not. Because, like, wait a second.
Well, they will comment on it, but I don't think it actually affects the score.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Because, like, wait a second. That would be a weird one. But fine, Army Attack, it's alliterative, we can run it. And yeah, it's looking good as far as how it is. That's the best thing we've got so far, although, given how far we've come, is that going to be enough? Let's see. Let's also get a, report running. Okay, so yeah, our costs are pretty low. We'll see how that operates, and then yeah, I gotta wait on this. Let's see what happens. Okay, the moment of truth, Army Attack. How was the, reviews? Come on. Feeling good on this one, but I'm hoping... 4! Not bad, not good. 5. Falls a bit short. We really struck gold on the first one, didn't we? Fun at stages.
Yeah.
5. Okay. Still our second best game, but see, that's weird. I mean, I think it's also the case of... Probably what you're saying is...
A little higher.
Yeah, here's the question. I guess it might be just as you go along, they expect more. Perhaps. Right, that's a little something. As long as we get some money.
I think it judges based on your first game.
Okay, gotcha.
But
Okay.
I wouldn't say that during actual stream.
Okay.
That's like pretty core strategy.
Okay, well, we have to explain this somehow as far as how it's operating, but alright. Military strategy is a great combination. Okay, we're right about that. World design is important, which we did. The platform genre match was terrific. Okay, so, yeah, good shape as far as how that was operating, at least. And I think, okay, we're getting fans. It's selling. Oh, yeah, the Commodore 64 is losing market share, which is actually what happened. Unofficial company deployment statement says it's unsuccessful in using higher-priced computers to compete against newer, more advanced PCs. Yep, there you go. That is how the Commodore 64 failed. Or, went out. It didn't fail. It was very successful. But then it got up. It went fine. When Apple came around, specifically with Macintosh, fine, Apple II and then Macintosh, that's when things went kind of down for Commodore. Alright, so yeah, we're doing okay on this. Let me see about contract work. What do we got? Alright, so we can install Micronoft BOSS on computers. Say we can do some DOS work. We do deving in base now, or teach them how to do Excel. I think let's teach them how to do. Well, I have 5 weeks to run this. That's a month, so you know what? Fine, I think we'll do this because then I can maximize how much that cost is. Okay, so honestly the reviews didn't really hurt that much, but yeah, we're going to portable gaming now. Fitting with that Switch Online announcement from last week, which we ran with Game Boy and Game Boy Advance that they've dropped. That has been amazing, the fact they put all these old Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games up on the Switch Online for that. It makes also our play of some of those things gonna be a lot easier to run. Okay, now it's the Game Link. Comes with changeable game cartridges, a monochrome screen, a green background, built-in speakers, even multiplayer support via connection cable. Yeah, look at that. There is the Game Boy, the not Game Boy. Ding! That brings me back. Compared to PCs and the consoles, it's underpowered, but given the cost and portability, might find a huge following. Yeah, how right they were. Said it shelves next month. Awesome.
Nice.
Army Tech's off the market. It sold 13,897 or 987 units and almost 10,000 units. Okay. Come on, come on! Unfortunately, I missed. So I'm glad I got to show this. It was slightly too big a job, so yeah, you get penalized. Unfortunately, I thought we'd be able to manage that. That being said, I'll do... I don't know if I'm... I'm taking the risk on this one because I think I should be able to manage this, or hopefully I'll be able to manage that. I think it is based on your level, too, yes, as far as how proficient you'll be at doing these jobs.
I think based on your experience.
Okay, so yeah, it would be level, because yeah, you can level up that way. And there's the game, the not Game Boy. I got it. Perfect. Well done, there's $20,000. Okay, cool. So, let's take also a look at our research. We also focus target audience. Here's the other thing. When you get topics, you get cases where, or research now, you have elements where you not only have to pay in your research points, but also in money. So, and the other thing, you can also buy new topics. It'll show you what you have, including vocabulary. So it'd make like a word learning game as far as that. And we are running PC. That would also go well with like a target audience focus. But then again, also cost is a concern for that. And also tutorialing and mono sound. But yeah, I don't think so for that now. Let's see what else we got. I just want to see my contract stuff. Yeah, I don't know if I can do the DOS thing. What's my level? Let me see. Yeah, I think my level's like 2, so I don't know if I want to take that risk either. Yeah, fine, let's not take that risk. Let's do a new game. And like, okay, yeah, here's the weird thing. Yeah, we're focusing on the PC, mostly, or PCs. Actually, yeah, look at the Game Boy with that massive market share, but yeah, I not run a license cost. Actually, I'll ask you a question, this Proterova specific. When you play this, do you tend to run for consoles? Do you feel like running the license cost of that is going to be worth it?
Okay, so, this is something I would probably say just to you, but not to chat.
Well, they're hearing it. They're hearing it, so though, yeah, you're not going to avoid that.
There's no one here at the moment.
Electverse is here. But point is that's going to be the end. Yeah, Electverse, yeah.
There's no one.
No, he's here.
Oh, okay, never mind then. But in general, like guides will say, if you want to be safe, just stay on PC the whole time.
I was going to say because you don't have to pay licensing costs, and that's kind of, I guess, how I've run this so far.
It's extremely safe.
Mm-hmm.
But if you time the market, based on the genre, the topic you get.
Mm-hmm.
If you time the market, you can specialize. Consoles are very specialized.
Right. So like right now.
PCs are very generalist.
Mm-hmm. And also right now, because the Game Boy just came out, so at that point, you get hit where the iron's hot, specifically if you have the money. In my case, I don't. So, yeah, in that case, I probably still run the PC case of it, but I was just trying to get a sense of what's going on with, you know, how that operates.
In general, I would probably, I guess, go for the, early on, go for Commodore 64, because the market share is so high.
Right.
It's a risk. It's kind of a risk at a high development cost, but the market share is just so high. It's
Which
like
it was,
38%.
yeah. That's true. It was when we started, hence why we had that success.
If you can make a first game or two on the Commodore 64, you can transition well to PC, and then if you have the right topics for PC, you can stick with PC. Guys say just stay with PC, but like you can safely probably beat the game through just PC.
Okay, see, that's interesting though what you're saying there, which is the idea that
Low risk strategy. I would say it's pretty much a low risk strategy, just to stick with PC based. Just because there's kind of a lot of risk.
Sure.
With consoles and all the licensing cost.
Sure.
Because you get PC stuff anyway.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah, it never changes.
Versus some other systems can cost you $2 million.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Sure.
$2 million just for licensing cost for the system to be obsolete in 3 years.
True. Yeah, you're right. Because I mean, that's a fair point. Because thinking about, fine, the Game Boy was profitable for a while, admittingly, at NES, but you don't always get that. You're right. So that's an interesting thing, and I like what you're saying there because on one hand, as far as the thought that hey, there might be the perspective of run PC the whole game, and then other cases saying like start on the not Commodore so you can kind of get yourself strong out the gate like we did tonight as far as this.
This is not my. The only difference is I think it's justified starting on Commodore 64.
I agree, based on how we saw it.
But basically, the guides will just say, this is obviously like 5 years ago, okay?
When it came out.
I'm saying when I read this stuff, so I'm going by what I remember reading.
So it's a little bad of it.
5 years ago.
Okay.
Maybe 10 at this point. Yeah, maybe even 10 at this point.
Okay.
And it was basically, generally you want to stay with PC. If you're a beginner, generally stay with PC. If you want to be a perfectionist, then... Well, okay, actually, they didn't really say that, but basically, I could justify going for consoles. Mm-hmm. But you kind of have to be careful with it. But
that's one thing I'm really liking hearing, which it sounds like there's not necessarily an easily agreeable way to run this game, but it's also the kind of thing that, for a game like this, that sometimes you think with something like this, you think, okay, there's always going to be this one way to run it. It seems like it's actually much more of an open game as far as how you can be successful in it than I think I honestly realized until you actually just said that right now, so thank you for indicating that.
It's a silly game, but it's on the surface, it's a strategy game.
Sure, and that's the other thing. It is deceptively simple. You look at that, it's like, oh, this is going to be easy to run this, or you just run it one way. But then the idea, it is actually a very open game. So in that way, I gotta tell you, I've been liking this game more and more just for all the little things I'm understanding about it from you and just from playing around with it. So in that case, this is a great choice for us to show for this program.
From my memory, Gameling is really strong.
Uh-huh. Yeah, absolutely.
Gameling will last, or Game Boy will last, like 5 or so years.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you think about how long Game Boy itself was on the market before the Game Boy Advance came out. As far as new stuff, it was about 10 years. As far as that. That being said, I do want to get another topic. I think we want to go in the sports direction on this one.
Is it? I'm not sure if it's everyone or if it's with. No, yeah, I think Game Boy's. I think Game Boy's good with everyone.
Yes.
And Nintendo, I think, was good for younger audiences.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they were, and if you get something really special, more for adult-oriented, then go for the Genesis.
Right, we're gonna get to that eventually. Or in this case, yeah, the Sega Masters. But yeah, we will get Genesis. Don't worry. You want that? We're gonna have it eventually. All right, I did another topic. We're doing sports.
That's your next pivot points. Is do you go for the what market do you go for?
Right.
Do you go for casual market? Do you go for a hardcore PC market?
Which so far I think that's kind of what we've been sort of doing. Mostly.
Do you want to make Dungeons and Dragons for nerds, or do you want to make I don't know, Mario Teaches Typing?
I love Mario Teaches Typing. I want to show Mario Teaches Typing for this program, which I think we can figure.
It's an example.
You ever played Mario Teaches Typing, by the way?
Probably.
I was gonna say good, because like it's interesting. That is a unique one. I will definitely indicate that. At some point we'll dig into PC deep, old PC stuff for sure on this program. I've wanted to do that for a while. I know you and I have personally talked about that. But all right, fine. What we're gonna do is we were talking like the John Madden football. I think we gotta do the John Madden football like case. Rest in peace, John Madden, by the way. So yeah, we're gonna do sports. Yeah, we could make the coach case, but no, we're not doing that. Well, fine. A sports simulation, that would go perfectly, in fact, as far as that. Or sports action. Actually, we haven't really done a sim yet. So I think, yeah, fine. Let's do sim. And we'll do...
So you do a coaching game.
Yeah, or it'd be like, if you ever played NFL Head Coach, where it's basically you're managing coaching that way, specific. Although that was years later. But yeah, the idea of, like, wanting to be, the armchair manager of your favorite team, specific for that. Which actually, we'll have to get to that first, playing something.
I haven't seen too many games where you actually, instead of playing the game, you manage the players. You'd
be curious then in NFL Head Coach, which is on the PS2, I think it was on the Xbox as well, where you are kind of managing that idea. Actually, I mean, some of you basically... I know actually some of the Sega sports ones, like the NFL games that Sega did, like NFL 2K5, you can kind of manage like the franchise mode for it. You basically change what's the price of the seats going to be in the stadium when people come to the games, which is kind of amazing, actually. And I've been wanting to show one of those games at some point. We should definitely do that. But all right, fine. We're going to run our... Okay, here's the thing. Our engine was for linear story, though.
So basically a sports version of, say, hot dog stand or lemonade stand.
Right, or like, we're talking, hey, it's a Tycoon game we're playing, because they made Tycoon games for everything. Roller Coaster Tycoon, Game Tycoon, which is not the same as this, Prison Tycoon, there's that one, if you remember that, or like Mall Tycoon and things like that. It's like, no, Sports Tycoon, like Football Manager, Football Manager, actually, that's a franchise of Sega's, where it's exactly that. You're managing a soccer team. And it's quite interesting. But all right, fine. Here's the thing. Our engine is more on linear story than this. But like, I don't know. Are we gonna do like the life mode that like the NBA 2K games have, where you have like Spike Lee involved with telling the story for that? It might be a little early. I don't know if the world is ready for that yet. But then again, we do have our engine. You know what? Fine. Let me see something here. Can I not use our engine? Or fine, I guess I gotta run our engine. Because it's what we have. Oh, fine. I guess we can or we can't, but that's the engine we have option for. But all right, fine. We'll run graphics because, yeah, there's no reason to go text-based at this juncture. All right, so story quests. I don't think we need quests for our sports game, really, so I'm going to pretty much say nothing to that. Our gameplay should be there, and we should probably have a robust engine. As far as... Oh, wait, hold on. Well, I don't know. I mean, I do have my engine that's linear story, because that's the only engine I put into so far. So...
I would focus on gameplay.
I was going to say, I think that sounds like the idea, like what we're going to be doing on our sports elements. So I don't...
Very low, gameplay high, engine at least moderate, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, let's do that.
Let's get out of this basement.
Let's do that. Okay, actually I'm seeing there, like, you're getting a couple points on all the things I'm getting. Alright, so... Okay, dialogues... Yeah, it's gonna be Blue 22, Blue 68. That's gonna be our dialogue. That's it. As far as... Assuming it's a football game, otherwise it's gonna be... If it's a soccer game, you're gonna be screaming goal like crazy when you do a goal. Or, fine, the umpires as far as stuff for baseball. Right, fine. Level design, well, it's not levels, it's... Well, fine. Oh, okay, fine. It's sort of a simulation. Fine, we have to have the design of the stadiums, I guess. AI is probably gonna be important on this one. So I'll say that because otherwise they're not gonna put up a challenge. Okay, so level design. Yeah, I think we can have level design in the middle. Dialogues, I don't think we need to focus on as much. Yeah, fine. We'll have just the dialogues of the basic stuff of, you know, the coaches getting into a battle, and there's like, yeah, when they miss the easy kick or the easy field goal, it's like, what the fuck were you thinking? Well, that's why we need target audience, so then we can say, like, let's have a mature-rated football game, or like Blitz of the League. Well, Blitz.
Like any of the NHL games.
Oh.
You have the fights.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That was the best part.
Oh yeah, you're right. Or actually, a game I want to show at some point, Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey for the Nintendo 64, where when they were doing development of it, originally the thought was because it's by Midway, who made that. They wanted to have fatalities in it, so you have the fights, and at the end of it, you kill them like Mortal Kombat. They said, no, we're not going to do that. But they had the idea. Actually, I don't even know if there's like been like a... Well, okay, there was a Mutant League Hockey, actually, from EA, where actually you are killing opponents on the field, or on the ice, which is amazing. You ever play any of those Mutant...
No, video games would get banned for forever, and they'd be bad for the development of children.
Actually,
and we would never get to play games anymore.
It's funny, actually, you say that, because the Mutant League games did not really get a lot of attention as far as that. There was not a whole lot of outcry on those games. They're kind of on the periphery compared to stuff like Mortal Kombat. But there's also something you look at that, you're like, hey, wait, they're mutants killing each other, and when you like, you can just kill the whole team and win the game that way, if you want.
Every game that a company makes is bloody and violent. The moms will complain to the court,
You know,
and they'll consider video games a bad influence
we're getting
on kids.
we're getting there specific. We're getting there. Well, they're getting there specific because yeah, we have a couple more years before the Genesis coming around, which is when that happens. So that's that idea. Okay, so fine for this. I think we want graphics pretty high.
Video games banned before you're out of a job.
Yeah, I don't know.
They'll make the law put restrictions on video games before. Really.
Okay, fine. We'll run that. Okay, so I don't think we need much world design. I do think we want graphics. Fine, we're running simulation. We damn well better have the best graphics and sound in the world. So world design, I don't think we need much of that.
Imagine having to have an ID to buy a game.
Yeah, well...
Mario 64. You must be 18 years or older.
It reminds me of what Shigeru Miyamoto said when the success of Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City was indicated. He said, people asked him, is Mario going to go adult? He said no, and he said, quote, Mario will never start shooting hookers. He did literally say that. And then Sega said, oh, we're not going to do that with Sonic, and then Shadow the Hedgehog came out. Okay, growing interest in games, there's a growing audience for game magazines, so yeah, we have another way of marketing. So awesome, we can do that. And we knew, there is our research of marketing. Ooh, damn, look at that. Okay, that looks good so far, but when we had last time, we had a really high. It didn't really go so hot. That being said, that is pretty damn good. Alright, so we're in a good shape, but is that it doesn't seem like it's always going to be a guarantee for that. Alright, but we do need a name for our, a name, we're like, fine, we'll say, something about, because, yeah.
Football?
Alright, so.
Or just sport in general.
Fine, I'll make a general say, well, because, yeah, we're focusing the idea this is going to be a simulation as far as this, so, coaches, fine, not conundrum. Oh, actually, no, not continuum. I said actually, yeah, coaches actually, am I spelling that right? Okay, conundrum, perfect. Okay, thank you for the suggested typing. Okay, coaches conundrum, because that's the idea. It is a simulation. What are we gonna do? We gotta make sure we got a lot of choices to make when it comes to our coaching sports simulation.
You're naming conventions. You're using big words.
Yep, it's not affecting it though. People are saying like, no, they're not gonna not buy this game. Our last game sold pretty well on the back of it, even though the critics were not impressed. Well, I don't think they say like, hey, we use a big word and we're saying no. At least I don't think they will. But let's see, okay. Boom, okay.
You're teaching the population words, big words, right?
Sure, yeah, there you go. I mean...
I want Coach's conundrum. What's a conundrum?
Well, it's funny you say that, because I mentioned, whenever we play a Capcom game, they always give you this option as far as stereo or mono sound, but Capcom always spelled it out, so they spelled it out as monaural. So because of that, I always knew what that word first, like, what's mono? And I played a Capcom game and realized, oh, that's what it means. So yeah, I was learning, you're right, learning from gaming, not just as far as edutainment gaming, which there clearly is a case of. And we'll have our first example of that actually next month, when...
We'll have the opposite side. We'll have the video games teach spelling.
That they do.
Language.
We do have vocabulary as an option for a topic we can get, but we'll see how this turned out. How did Coach's Conundrum turn out? 9 out of 10. Oh my god, 9 out of 10. Look at this. 10 out of 10. Oh my god, a masterpiece. Informed Gamer. Oh man, this is good. 10 out of 10. Outstanding achievement. Okay. Look at that. 3 10s. Oh my god. Awesome. Wow.
They're saved.
There we go. That is our, yeah, there you go. The
Simulation.
Yeah, I come from a big town. I use big... There we go. We got big words, running and gun. There we go. Aha, here we go.
I'm gonna take that all back.
There we go.
Coach's really well.
Damn right. Okay. Company sales record 50,000 units sold. Important milestone. All right. Even more than $1 million in cash, you'll be able to move to the next level, which sounds like a lot, but once you release a hit game, you'll get to this amount easily. We'll see how this goes. Oh my god, I'm loving this so far. That being said, let's run a report and see what they're saying. Yeah, look at that, 9.75. Damn, that I've never gotten a game that high before, but that's awesome. Okay. Oh, you're saying portable systems. Here's the Game Gear, or the not Game Gear, the Venegear, which is a portable console to compete directly against the Game Link from Nintendo. And I was a Game Gear kid, by the way, growing up, so I had this baby with its 6 AA batteries that lasted 5 hours. Remember, it cost me like $20 to get those batteries for the Rumble packs when we did GoldenEye. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Back then it was like, 4 or 5.
Wait, so 5 hours was like $20?
It would have been nowadays, as far as it, but then that's also, back then it was like, you go like a 8-pack of AA batteries for like 5, 6 about, maybe 5. So it wasn't as bad, but every 5 hours you had to change them unless you got the AC adapter plugged in the wall or get the battery pack as well, which was a godsend growing up with Game Gear. You charge that overnight, you have 8 hours running for it when you're on a car trip, and it is awesome.
I would say you get the battery pack, don't get batteries.
Well, first you get batteries to start, because like, hey, wait a second, you're saying like, how do you play this? And then you realize, oh, AC adapter for this. Because remember, that nice backlit screen it had, and we did one thing with Game Gear on the show, we did Tales of Adventure, and I gotta figure out getting a Retron 5 so I can show more of the Game Gear cartridges I have. Alright, there you go. And like similar devices on the market, it's full power of the Sega Master, which is true. That's what the Game Gear was. So you take it with you, and it's a full color screen. Boom, there you go. We'll topple the Game Boy. We'll see. It comes out in 2 months. Oh my god, look at this. 100,000 units sold. Important milestone in the company. Special offer. Ooh. Oh, I remember this from my test play. Decrypted message. Okay. Very special offer. They just managed to borrow some research information might be of interest. If you're interested in transfer money, the link location will contact Agent Blowfish. No. Usually this can fuck you over. I've had that happen where you have, you know, a shady deal. We're not doing it.
Okay.
Oh, we did! Okay. New office. We're saving up a lot of capital. We want to grow company further. Moving to new office is the next step. Got a perfect dollar situated in Technology Park. Move to the next level? I think we need to move to the next level. You said, like, can we do it? I think we gotta do it.
Wait, give you $1 million?
Yeah, already I made $1 million on this thing. I think we're moving out.
We were at like 9K before.
Alrighty. So yeah, to quote the Jeffersons, we're moving on up to the east side.
Okay.
Oh wow, look at that. Awesome. Here we go. Welcome to the new office. Now with a bigger office, you can hire staff and forge a world-class development team to make even better games. I think we do need to have that happening. Wow, look at it still going. We do have a higher monthly cost, I guess, because we're in here, because I've actually never seen this before. This is going to be Proterova's jurisdiction now, because he's gone through this game massively. You'll train yourself and staff to improve skills. Complete management courses required before you can hire employees. Yeah, we do need to do that. Get started, close this, and open the staff menu. It has the training menu of your player character. So I'll take a look at our staff list. Okay, that's me. But we do need to... Post-recent analysis. Yeah, we did this. Okay. Sports simulation, great combination. Level design was important. Okay, I'm surprised it was that important. Sound was important. Okay, so yeah, we skimped on level design, but it didn't really matter. Alright, so there's, okay, complete the staff management training before you can hire someone. Open the staff menu, access training menu of your player character. Okay, staff menu is, left analog stick, so, okay, so talk to ourselves. Let's do... Let me take a look at this, because actually I've never done this before. Staff management, we need, to do that, okay. Well, let's see what Game Dev Gems. Make me think, game design for pirates. Coding complete, don't repeat yourself. Alright, we do need to do our staff management, so let's get staff running.
Yeah, staff management.
Okay. Alright, here we go. The Game Gear has been released. Or not Game Gear. Damn, look at this. Oh my god. This is exciting. This is very exciting. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really liking what we're seeing here. Alright, so yeah, we got $2 million in sales and almost 300,000 units sold. Not bad for the Coach's Conundrum. Oh my god. And we completed our management course and are able to fire our highest employee. To get started, close this, open staff menu, and the empty seat in the bottom left corner. So alright, let's do that. There's the empty seat. Okay, and you will see tutorial.
You're doing okay.
I know. There you go. I mean, sometimes it happens. Like, this is also why we'll do the practice on the show, because I will explain something, I guess, as I was mentioning before. In those other shows, I think in this way it's kind of perfect, because, like, hey, this is all about doing the practice of this game before we play this in about a month. Why do we do the practice? Myself, Proterova, anybody who's been on the show for stuff, Crusader 64 for Shadow Hearts, we'll do it because we want to make sure we're going to be in a set to it. Because, like, look, we're not going to necessarily go for being 100% perfect, but we're going to do everything we can to show off the game in the best light. As I said, it's like you're all on the couch. Yeah, Proterova's not with me, next to me, as you can probably tell. But that being said, it's like he is. And same with Chad as well. So that's how we're doing. Like, what is it like? That's the idea of the show, and the idea of, like, going deep into a game like this, and especially something like this. But alright, we got to advertise the position, set a budget for advertising, and decide I want to test them. High budget increase the number of applicants, different tests, and you'll help find people the right balance. Alright, so yeah, I can put budget. Yeah, I can go massive, but I can't afford it that much. I can say, like, no, we do need more of a budget on this. I think we probably want to put $400,000 on this. Oh, there's Edwack. Yeah, speaking of the devil, he's playing Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. Yeah, he'll be on the show next month, by the way, for Freddy Fish, Case of Missing Kelp Seeds, and Case of the Haunted Schoolhouse. Actually, Nikki's running that. What's up?
Wait, so you said you haven't got this far before?
No, actually never have. Your witness history this way. Alright, complex algorithms. Demonstration show reel. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Okay, you can pick one. Alright, so we want to see...
You got farther because you were telling me that you talked to friends about it, or coworkers, or whatever.
I showed them, but here's the thing. Like, even the biggest hit I had, which the last big hit I had was, Great Hospital was the name of the game. It was a hospital, simulation. Cavs 22 was involved with the setup on that. Even that never took off like Coach's Conundrum. That's gonna be... I think that's just gonna have to be at the tag list when we do the upload of the full play. But I will hold the stuff for this play as like a little bit of behind-the-scenes extra stuff for that upload. Alright, so...
I'll be referencing, in the real game, I'll be referencing, your game isn't as good as Coach's Conundrum.
There you go. I mean, that's what happens. Did you necessarily expect coming in... That is the gold standard. So the gold standard for Super Bowl Game Saturday for Game Dev Tycoon is Coach's Conundrum. I mean, I gotta ask you,
Yes,
did you expect to have that happen on the show coming as well, A, that it happened the way it did, but also that was the game that it was. That's the thing, you never know what's gonna happen on this program. That's why I love it. Okay, so I think I do want them to tell me what.
Who's gonna get an SAT word for a game?
Apparently a lot of people wanted to see that. Yeah, we did make them smarter. We definitely did. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna allocate 100. Yeah, fine. I'll allocate a 500,000 or 510.
What happened was instead of it was we want our son to pass high school.
Mm-hmm.
And they like football, so we're gonna give him this game because it uses a big word.
There you go.
And the kid is unhappy, but the parent is happy, not knowing the game is crap. But it sold well because all the parents just thought the same thing.
Yeah, except in this case, it's critically acclaimed. Yeah, I got 3 10 out of 10s, including from Game Informer. That never happens in real life, for sure. All right, fine. For our staff, okay, for staff, what do you usually want to focus on? Does it really matter? Or I would say, show me that you can do development with a demo. But I don't know necessarily.
What are you looking for? Like, what do you need, like, for your game? Do you need someone who writes? It's kind of a balance. There's, if you go for more tech, that's algorithms. I think game demos is in the middle, and then showreels is purely art, I think.
Okay. I would think about this based on how we ran and based how Coach's Conundrum went. I think we want our algorithms to be advanced. All right, now let's start looking.
So you want your players to play well.
Damn right. Okay, so let's see what happens there. All right, moving to an office, well-known tech park, searching for employees. Yes, we are. Known for such games as Coach's Conundrum and Army Attack. I'm surprised they pulled that one out because they didn't pull out Game 1. Poorly operated garage until now. One of the many fans of Coach's Conundrum commented, "Can't believe we didn't even have a proper office until now and that those games were created by only one person, so I'm looking forward to the future games." Okay.
Yeah, I thought the first game was good.
That was really good. And then Coach's Conundrum happened and the rest is history, as they say. Okay, so you can review a list of applicants and hire someone for position. Okay, this is cool. I'm liking this so far. I don't know if I've actually ever played a game where I can kind of hire a staff like this. You can also train them to improve their skills. Okay. So it's like my job. To a certain extent. Okay, so we can talk to Mr. Caleb Park, Andre Lamotte, Braden Sharp, or Owen Jefferson. Okay, so this will show us. Okay, so level them. So we're at level probably 2. We ran this as far as myself. But, all right, so design, tech, research. Okay, now I probably want to run the best thing we can, but it's not going to be 100%. So, all right, Owen Jefferson's good as tech. Well, fine, Braden Sharp's really good at tech. And speed is pretty good. But his research is on the lower side. He's not necessarily a designer. Actually, as far as designer, Owen Jefferson's the best designer. But as far as what we want to run... Okay, but also because they have better stats, I have to pay him a certain amount a month. I think we can handle Andre Lamotte, I think, as far as... I mean, look, I'm focusing on the tech and research, but then again, it's also a question of... Yeah, I mean... So yeah, it is a little trade-off, although none of it great in design, either. You were gonna say?
Well, it depends on how heavy you want to go into tech.
Yeah, I'm thinking pretty heavy, honestly.
I'm kind of an all-in for tech.
Yeah, although nothing is really massive as far as design specific, and either way, I'm taking a hit on research. I mean, it's still not bad as far as tech with Owen.
For tech, right? Did you advertise for tech? Did you advertise for?
Yeah, you're right. I did. I did algorithm indication. So yes, I did. So yeah, tech and research specifically. That's how I indicated. So I did mark it for that. Okay, perfect. Good point. So yeah, in that case, I probably want Andre Lamotte for what this is. I think I can manage the costs. Okay, let's do that. Let's run him. Alright, hello. Alright, achievement. Yeah, there are achievements, by the way, in this version. They have the in-game stuff, like the PC version had. And I guess they're the same as on the PC. Hire someone famous. New employees have to settle in before they feel fully effective. If you're not fully efficient, you see efficiency bar next to them. It'll develop over time. And give them welcome training to get them up to speed so they'll be more efficient. Alright, so let's do a thing for that. Alright, we got medium games. Okay, so yeah. Mr. Lamont, let's... No, I don't want to fire him. I just got him, so we do want to train him. So let's roll out the welcome wagon. Specific. So we'll roll out the welcome wagon for Mr. Lamont. And I do need to take a look at other stuff, because it's funny, I was so focused on the idea of just running game that way, that I was like, okay, what are we doing? Oh, like, I also look at my contract work. But like, yeah, fine. Money-wise is not necessarily that much of a concern anymore. And then also question of engineering. Do that a little later, I think. Yeah, I'll let him go. 2 months, the Commodore will be taken off the market. Okay, so that's the idea. One other thing I do want to do is I do want to pull up the staff menu. I want to look at myself here. I want to take a look at... We got on research, target audience, marketing, tutorialing. I think we might want to do a target audience and a marketing, quite frankly, on this. And I can afford both. Yeah, mono sound. I don't know if we necessarily need a mono sound. But I think we do want to do a target focus. And let's take a look at Lamont. What's he got? Let's see, but his... Oh, I see. I can have him research at the same time. Awesome. So basically, I can run him medium games. Which is what? Is that referring to a difficulty? Or what? Or a size?
Research. The research cost, right, is 10?
Yes.
And then it costs 150k as well.
What does medium games do you know?
You're just making... You get the option to make medium games.
Okay.
So, longer.
Oh, it's a lengthening game.
More, points into, your art and your tech.
We probably want this then. Okay. I like that also I have...
You were making little Flash games, and now you're making, bigger games.
More advanced stuff.
Maybe you're now... So, maybe now you're making games in the, N64.
Yeah, good point. Alright, so there's target audience. I completed over there. And then Lamont there. The other thing I could also try and hire people was like, no, I can hire 4 employees. Don't hire everyone once because they're expensive, so take it slow. I just want to see about that. Alright, so that's there, and I think we're getting that up. Okay, medium game set. Alright. Higher factory was surprised today as, Commodore filed for bankruptcy. They failed to produce a higher price alternative to PCs that are around, shut down production. So yeah, they go, good to see the Commodore 64 got it started nicely. Find publishing contractors accessible in the action menu, as well as... Recent expansion started developing larger games. Deserve to see more people, and this is where a publisher can come in handy. Okay. Market publish your game around the world, and will help fund development. In return, they keep most of the profits, but since it sells more, it might be worth it. We can touch the publishers, so you can get some contracts going. Mrs. Jasmine Droke. Okay, thank you. And you can run that in the action menu as well. Actually, let's take a look at my action menu, because, yeah, we got a lot. So you can do a publishing deal. Let's take a look at what that is. So you can get them set... Oh, no. I don't want to do that. Alright, so yeah, Abstract Adventure for, Ubersoft, so not Ubisoft. Farming Action, Farming Not Research as far as a topic by Capcom, so not Capcom. Any topic with strategy for Nintendo. Okay, I like this touch. Any topic and genre by Rockville Softworks. We just take off of Bethesda Softworks, which, if you know your geography, is the town right over from Bethesda Softworks. So, okay, that is cool. Okay, I like that. So those are contracts. Okay, so yeah, there's up.
I believe Bethesda was founded in Bethesda and then moved to Rockville.
Really? Okay. We'll have to do that when we do something with Bethesda's stuff, because I know Montague UK wanted to see the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion specific. So at some point we'll get that. That's going to be a ways down the road, but we can go on that then.
I think we're currently in Rockville.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you for that indication. Okay, so let me take a look at some stuff. And we can also do engine stuff. We can do more advanced graphics now if we so desire. And then contract stuff is stuff for that. It's like, hey, we're getting a lot. Fine. We have to keep the money coming in, as it usually is. So we do have to build a game. That being said, I do think if we're doing bigger games, I think we probably want to have our graphic tech running better. I think. Okay. You released 4 games for the Commodore 64, and you got $317,600 for that. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because you have 2 of them running that way. So yeah, that goes up really quickly. We do need to do a dev on the game, though. Okay, so there's the engine. We're deving now. Okay. Oh, there you go. So right, size of game and then cost of game. Okay. Oh yeah, and all right, because target audience. Target audience is basically ratings case. So you have the EC for early childhood, everyone, and mature. Okay. So let's take a look here. We can also afford to do dev costs, but then again, the other thing I guess to indicate is that, yeah, we're far out, so the market share is a bit smaller. Or fine, smaller for NES. Okay, that's an interesting case. The Sega Master System has a higher market share than that does. And Game Boy, yeah, you're right. Game Boy is still trucking along, but I think for this, I think we should stick with PC, honestly. And by the way, when you have the console that goes off market, like or it isn't made anymore, like the G64, you can't dev for it anymore. Though imagine the fun of that, being able to development for an old console, something new.
I have a theory that you know, generally PC doesn't have the greatest market. But it's steady.
That's true, and you can also target it specific. In that case, you think we should be doing it on something else? Do you think we should do another platform?
I'm just saying in general. I'm just observing.
Okay.
I'm just observing what I'm seeing on the screen.
I think I'll run PC to start. We might, at some point, pick something else. Actually, you know what? Since we're at a better space now, we could rationalize a license cost when something new comes out and jump onto that.
Breaking more policy of no spoilers.
Well, there's not really spoilers to that, exactly, but alright, fine.
It's like the market right now. It's like double the market of PC.
Right, okay. So, okay, so let's think topic here. I think maybe we should try the fantasy thing a little another time, or try this fantasy thing one more go.
Fantasy football?
Fantasy simulation. I guess we could do that. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see if there's a way. I don't know if you can do like mixed topics of like multiple topics running at the same time. I don't think you can. No, I get that.
Fantasy is you know, traditional fantasy.
Well, then again, we do have a bigger game. We could rationalize the fantasy RPG. Although, hold on. Before we start this, I want to look at something. Let's take a look at our game history. I want to see, did we do... Okay, we did the romance RPG. We didn't do a fantasy RPG. For that specific. Okay, yeah, 2.1 million. Okay, I'm just, I'm still amazed at Coach's Conundrum. Alright, fine, let's do development on this way. We'll run medium game. Let's do a fantasy RPG. Let's do that. I think we can manage that. And I think we can run this as far as the PC.
Okay.
Okay, and then engine will run the second engine, which was for its enhanced, it's more advanced graphics. So it was either that, or I think the, so there was something, I'm trying to remember what the other one was. Yeah, we have it as far as young children, everyone, or M-rated. I think we'll start with everyone. We won't make The Witcher yet. We'll get to that probably eventually. Specific, you're talking about like the fantasy RPG that's mature rated. That or Drakengard. Okay, oh, okay, there we go. There's our 2D graphics. that. Okay, so let's run this. Yeah, but that costs. But as I said, it also means that we're in a better shape for some of this stuff. Okay, since we have multiple people, and it's a significant task because we're running a medium game, you have to balance your team. Okay. So pick team members whose skills match this area for a result. See their workload, do not overload them. Okay, yeah, damn right. Okay, so let's see. Okay, and yeah, linear story. Yeah, we want our RPG to have a linear story. Okay, so let's see something here. So, I just want to see one other thing. Okay, so there's staff. So basically I can put staff on certain things. So, he's an engine man. So let's put, or he's an algorithm man, I should say. I think we want his focus on...
Engines need a tech person, don't they?
I'm sorry, what?
I would think tech people use engines.
I would think so, yes.
Engines, right?
Right. The other thing you can do is also you can allocate them specifically to certain topics. So, you know, fine. I'll put Lamont on engine. I'll also go over here and I think we all want a little more of an engine on this one. Gameplay, we do want big. Well, okay, wait, hold on. We do want our stories and quests to go high for this one. Then the question is, yeah, as far as design on that, actually, yeah, he's not an artistic perspective, or Lamont isn't. I am, so I think I might want to put myself there, have him do engine work before I do more on that. Okay. Oh, I see you're allocating a number on that as far as... I just want to see something here. Okay, so it's like, yeah, okay, basically balancing the load of stuff for this. Okay, he should do a decent amount, though, so I think I want an engine, we want to gameplay it. Oh, fine, we'll gameplay it there. And we do want... Okay, the weird thing I'm getting a little concerned on, I don't know if I should be, is the idea that, yeah, the one, or myself, is doing more of the workload than my hire, but then again... This is technically the first game he's ever worked on. So maybe that's to be expected.
You're the boss.
I mean, fine, I'm focusing him on engine as far as how it is, so that might be a better idea. And then me running gameplay, and then quests. Okay, that should be good, I think. Strong audience, young. Wait, hold on. I don't think that's the... Oh, I'm trying to remember if you can change audience when you go along. That's not what I had initially. So I think I did everyone. I don't think I hit young. I don't think I did.
Right?
I thought I did. Okay, so let's...
I don't know how well a fantasy RPG would go with young.
I don't think I hit young.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's saying like just attack of that. Okay, we wanted to AI it. I want to dialogue it, or hold on, let's do that. Okay, but I can't overwork myself too much. Fine. Oh, no, hold on. Okay, he's not set for level design, so let's not burden him with level design. But yeah, that's the other thing. I'm going to be overworking myself with his hand. Wait, let's see, hang on. I don't know. See. Okay, so the red means I'm going to be more of an overwork case. Let's see. Hang on. Yeah, I said I'm having everything at low just to start because I want to see something. Maybe I don't want him to do as much on AI. Or maybe I do want to do much AI. Fine, I'm going to hit 100 on all of them to start. But... let me think about this. I do want my dialogues running too.
Yeah, so realize that all three of those bars, it's not a 0 through 100 for each of those bars. It's how much time you've been allocating on this development stage in general.
Right, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. That's just the... Fine. I just want to...
I can see where we're confused on that.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we're managing this correctly as far as the kind of game. But like, it is... I like the idea that I'm having to think this differently based on size of game. I do want him to... I don't think we need as much level design, but we do need more of that. And AI. And maybe I can put him on to...
So it's a proportion.
Okay.
That's what you're looking for.
Alright, so I do think I wanna run him on AI, and well, there we go. I think that should be good.
So like, technically you can't just say, oh, I won't have them work during this stage. No, it's you're just dividing up their time
Right.
into different. You're not actually telling them not to work.
Okay. Which is kind of where I'm at. I guess I'm... Yeah, oh, fine. We'll give it a little level design. There's a dialogues. Okay, that should be okay. I think that seems like that's going to land with what we want, I believe, for this. Maybe okay, I don't know. Maybe I did select young. I didn't remember selecting young. I thought I selected everyone, but okay.
No, that's a target audience in general. That's the market. That's a market.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I just want to make sure of that. Yeah, basic sounds. We're still running basic sounds. Okay, so... Alright, this is going to be interesting because, we do want a world design on this, and we do want a graphic design. Sound, I think we can sort of baseline that a little. But yeah, I'm more of the artist, so... Except, yeah, I'm going to be overworked, so that's not good. But I do need to run graphics to a certain extent. I don't think he's an artist, so it's not going to work well for him. So what happens if I'm running him on world design? Okay. I'm not comfortable being in the red, but I don't know if maybe I should be not as concerned on that. Yeah, it's also that case, like...
I think they're both have to be in the reds.
Yeah, I don't think I can avoid this.
You start off at 100%, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Or maybe in the orange, like... We can be in the orange.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I want to do that. Actually, let's see, hang on. Okay, so he's in the orange on world design. We do want strong world design. Sound's not going to be as important. Graphics are going to be important. Okay. I think... Okay, I'm more comfortable with that. Actually, I was gonna see something here. Okay, now I don't want to have no sound. I have a little bit of sound. Okay.
Also, let's give a hint for the plus 2 positive for the graphics.
I would say, yeah, that's why I'm running graphics pretty massively on this one. And world design because of RPG, I think that's important to have. Sound, I don't think we need as much. But... yeah, I'm comfortable with this. So I'm seeing I might be biting off more than I can chew. But either way, let's see.
Let's see.
Yeah, they said we do need to run bug case on this, so start debugging, my friends. A little bit of time to... Oh, I introduced a bug. No. That's pretty good. I think we should see. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Okay, new best on our tech. So that's good. Okay. Okay, so yeah, let's try to think, what do we want to call this thing? So the fantasy RPG of, I don't know, we consider this a sequel to Link, so it's Link 2. It's been a while since we made the first one.
Sure.
So let's see, Link 2, We have to come. I had to. Actually, fine. Link.
It is an adventure game, right?
What? Yeah, it's a fantasy RPG. It was not technically that. I was like, fine, we're doing a genre shift. I mentioned this, we're doing Parasite Eve, which is that every other game in the franchise is totally different in terms of genre. We did fine. Link 2: Return of a Hero. Yeah, he came back. He wants redemption. I think we can give him some redemption. It's been a while since we've hit sequel.
Sounds very iconic, the 80s.
Damn right. Okay. Alright, let's see how this goes. I'm nervous, but we'll see. Six. Okay, could have been better. 6. Quirky but good. Okay. 7. Enjoyable. Alright. 7. Beautiful. Okay. So, not bad. So let's see how this operates. Also see about other stuff like contracting, logo animation. Okay, we're getting sales, pretty decent, I will say that. And then fans, so we are getting a fan case of this. Let me also see one other thing, because I think... Oh wait, I gotta go and pick somebody to do research. Because I think... Okay, fine, we'll do a game report generation. Oh, I'm losing... Fine, I'm losing money as far as how this is operating. And then you do a... Yeah, we could do marketing. Then I think I want to see about topic case. Life game, vocabulary game, city game. I think I'm gonna focus on marketing to start. Alright, so not bad as far as how it's operating so far. Completed marketing, thank you. Sorry, we are still staying afloat, I will say that. So let's see, what do we got the results on? Fantasy RPG is a great combination, graphics are important, which you ran. The platform genre match is a good one. The platform audience match is good. I did hit everybody, or everyone for that. Topic audience match of fantasy for everyone is great. Okay, so pretty good. Alright, so we're
hints too.
Sorry, what?
You got 5 hints there.
Awesome, okay.
So, a good one.
Alright, so there's a report that way. Let's see, game history, game engine, dev engine, okay. Actually, yeah, I did do that. One thing I want to do is I think I want to create games, have a world-class team, train them is important, but don't overwhelm too many sessions. Okay, so coding complete, make me think, game dev, gens. Oh, I see. So you're basically building their stats. Gotcha. So I probably should do that at some point. But all right, you're saying you wanted the Genesis, the Model 2, but here it is, the Vena Oasis. Seems to be graphics and sound, probably it's a new kind of game experience. We could strike while the iron's hot on that one, feasibly. It's a new start, it'll be the genesis of a new generation of gaming consoles and believe it'll do very well in the market. Some already now appeal to more mature audiences, which of course was how Sega operated itself. So yeah, that's a good idea. Could also try to hire, but I don't know if I want to do that yet. Let's see. So... I don't look at it as far as...
Why did they call it the Oasis?
Why they call it the Oasis? I'm trying to think of take off on Genesis specific. If, like, the Genesis is the start of something, I guess... I'm trying to think about that.
I see. A biblical reference or something.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe. Fine, in that case, what do they call the Dreamcast then? Revelations? Because that was the last console that Sega made. Like, that was the end of it. The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. But hey, the Dreamcast is a great console, so it's like, not bad, just the end of them. Okay, market's normalized, no strong trends. Okay, that's good. We do need to figure what we can do as far as stuff. I'm not gonna do a publish yet. In fact, I think I'm gonna do some contract work.
I never thought of Sega being a biblical company, but okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, I remember the joke the angry video game nerd once made about the Book of Genesis on Sega Genesis with the soundtrack by Genesis, but, no, not that one. That was not a real game. Okay, I think we do need to teach him how to... I think we can do some, stuff to start deving.
You know, you know what? I don't think in the, I don't think there's a religious genre in this game.
No?
I don't think there's a religion one.
That's interesting, I guess. I mean, it's kind of a niche market as far as how certain things, because there are games based on it. I've always talked about Wisdom Tree, the company that did unlicensed NES games, including one on Super Nintendo that was, I don't know, did you ever hear about Super Noah's Ark 3D?
No.
It is an unlicensed Super Nintendo game. It's the only unlicensed game on it. It is a ROM hack of Wolfenstein 3D. I'm not joking.
Okay.
Apparently, id Software was so upset about how the Super Nintendo port of Wolfenstein 3D was, because they changed a lot of stuff. They cut out a lot of the violence, a lot of the references as far as Nazi imagery and all that. And I think they apparently gave the source code to this company. They turned it to, you're Noah, you're going around in a first-person perspective, shooting a slingshot at goats and putting them to sleep. And there's RB Super playing the Game with Hands.
You're Noah, who's taking hostages to build his ark.
Well, no, that's also Bible Adventures, because you have to actually knock out the animals and take them to the ark. I should probably get one of those. Okay, boss, I discovered dedicated fans of this to create a fan game material of our game. They don't make money when Zoom follow fans. Leave us probably shouldn't allow this to go on. Okay, so talking about Nintendo, when like you're cease and desisting on stuff. They don't make any.
Timing.
Yeah.
Are you EA or are you good?
Well, no, and Nintendo does that. Nintendo's the one who has the hard line when it comes to cease and desisting stuff. Sega's the one who doesn't, interestingly enough. I mean, hey, it was Sega who led to, when we played Sonic Mania, that was a fan game, basically. And Streets of Rage 4 was basically sort of a case of that, too. I'll legalize this story and I'll go on. I'm gonna let them be for now, just to see what goes on with that. If we get screwed over, that's gonna be a problem, but we'll figure that. Okay, so 57,000 units and 634,304 sales. Not bad. That being said, charge of batteries to go on vacation. When their efficiency decreases, send them on vacation. I don't think I can send them on vacation until I hire somebody else. I think that's his element. I think he's saying, like, hey, he wants to go on vacation. I think, yes? Hang on. Yeah, I don't know, it's not giving me the option to put him on vacation.
No, there's, you're good right now.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking, okay. Okay, let me think about this. I want to wait for that to...
Let's show, like, a bar. I think that's, like, green, is there a green, symbol?
He's yellow right there, or, like, green-yellow, about.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
That's good, or is like, hey, we need to send him off?
I think you're fine.
Okay, I think it's probably... Oh, there you go. So there's a send a vacation.
We're just warning you ahead of time.
Okay, yeah, I'll wait then. Let me train him on something else. He's a coder, or a algorithm dude, so yeah, do some training. Oh, no. Why would I do that? Oh, I say, yeah, I don't want to fire myself. Topic to be added. Life, farming, city. I think we could, find one.
The layout is different in this game than in,
Wait, what's up?
I'm like trying to see when you go back to that screen, like what it looks like.
What does the topic I did?
His how tired he is.
Oh, let's take another look. And here's the Genesis. So it's like, I think we should strike with the iron hot. Iron's hot. There he is. He's in the yellow case. Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I've been seeing more green.
Okay, that's good. He's getting yellow, though, so I think, you know what? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll send him on vacation after we do our game.
Okay.
Although, actually, you know what? I think I probably should also let him finish this, though. It's gonna take a while for him to do the training. Okay, Denise Reed, the main developer of the fan game. Inform your legal department's advised you to stop us and want to say grateful you didn't. Okay. So there you go. We are making our connections with fans. Best company in the world. I'm glad to be part of the fan community. Okay, there you go. And we gain fans for that. Okay, so then that's the bonus there, as we have the smiley emoji. You basically say cease and desist and they're mad at you, but don't cease and desist and they'll be happy. Awesome. Okay.
Do you want money or do you want fans?
Well, I think yes. I guess it's a balance for both to a certain extent, because you don't want to necessarily get your stuff completely cannibalized. But then again, how do you have a fandom if you don't, or how do you have a future if you don't have your fan base? All right. What I'm gonna do though is, how much is the Genesis? I think we need to strike with the irons hot on the Genesis. I think we don't wait. So I'm going to do a license cost on Genesis. Alright, so there you go. There is the... And they did say, hey, this is more for adult gamers. Let's do that. So what do? We did a fantasy game. We did a fantasy game already, so it's like, no, we can't do that yet. We do the hardcore military game, so if you ever play General Chaos on Genesis, I'm just trying to think of, like, what's some of the hardcore games on that? Like, General Chaos by EA, Herzog's Vi, which is Sega. The Strike games. You ever play those Strike games by EA, like Urban Strike and Jungle Strike? Those are definitely really hardcore stuff.
Okay, so we're making a military game?
I think we should, honestly. I think if we're gonna go for mature audience, we should probably do something like that.
Okay.
We'll keep it at a small scale. I think we can make that run on the new console. Unless, I don't know. I don't know if I want to necessarily spend more money after I put the licensing cost on this yet. I think I want to hold that. In this case, I think we want to go action. Great combo. So I think in that case, we'll do that. Let's do engine case. It was graphics and... Actually, you know what? Before we do this, I want to look at one thing, which is I want to look at... I want to see, does this show what my engines are? Okay, because I have linear story and I have 2D graphics. Okay, it's like, wait a second, I want to make sure what I had. So, game engine was my linear story and then graphics. Okay, so, let's do dev. And since I already did pay for the cost, I don't need to pay for that again. It's a one-time cost for the license. Okay, so military, action, I'm going mature audience on this. Engine's gonna be 2 because that was where the graphic stuff was. Let's small scale. Let's go. 2D graphics 2. Boom. Okay. Oh right, because we're doing small scale. So yeah, I don't have to allocate my team as much or actually at all. Okay, so perfect. So for this, I knew gameplay was gonna be important. Engine is pretty important. Story quests, I think, could be in the middle, but I want to see something else about the story. Do we care about story? Probably not. I'm thinking for this, we're all going to be focusing on gameplay. On this one, I'm thinking no. I think I can kind of get to that specific. Okay, and then story quests, well, then the middle, but gameplay is where we really need to focus.
I would focus on gameplay.
Yeah, I was like, all deep. Alright, so you guys coding complete. Okay, Steve O'Connell from Planet GG. Her rumor company is developing game for audiences. Yeah, what you were saying before as far as the idea of that. I don't know if I want to give him the interview lest I get screwed over. Fine, you know what? We'll talk. Our people will call your people. Thank you for your time. Rumors circulating in the industry that they might be working on a game for mature audiences, and say sooner or later games with them will become more common. True with F. See how the market reacts. Okay, so they're basically just we with the thought that they heard something, but they don't know if it's been confirmed. So fair enough. Oh, building hype. Cool. What we definitely want to do is we want to do level design. In fact, there's also the other indication. It says they're the minus symbols or the subtraction symbols. So yeah, we don't. Yeah, dialogue. The Dolly dialogue is going to be people screaming when we kill them. That's how this is going to operate. It's going to be like Contour or something like that, as we mentioned. And then level design and AI. I think we do want the AI pretty high, and then the level design should be pretty good. Yeah, fine. Yeah, we'll keep dialogues way lower than that. So at least there's hype being built by the fact of, like, the rumor that, hey, we're gonna do something hardcore. Alright, so then... Okay, so let's see. World design... I don't know if we necessarily need that to a certain extent. I think graphics are gonna be important on what we're gonna do, because we gotta blow everybody away. In more ways than one, of course. I think for that we also need some, we need some more sound. We need to show, wait, this is our first run on the not Sega Genesis. We have to make sure this goes right. Okay, so, and then world design, yeah, well, there's a world out there, don't worry, we'll have a little more text to it, but awesome, let's go. Okay, yeah, look at that. That's pretty good. Let's do some bug fix. Yeah, he's getting sick or sad, but don't worry. Okay, yeah, you can go in. You can go out. You can go on vacation when we're done. Don't worry. To reward you for a good job. All right, so let's take a look, and then also, I guess this military action game. Let's call it. Oh wait, we're running a mature rating, so we can call it whatever we want as far as something like that. Fine. I'm thinking like, well, fine. There's Day of Defeat, which is on the PC. I'll tell you what we're calling. We're calling it Day of Death. That sounds like a 90s as hell name.
Okay.
All right, let's see how this operates. So, Day of Death, ready to go? Yes, we are. Although I think I need to find. First off, before we do anything. Oh no. You're not even getting the element of doing this. You're going on vacation. Bye. Did he go? I guess he did. Alright, fine. Let's see how our mature-rated military action game is. Day of Death. This is the Day of Reckoning. So let's see. 9 out of 10. Almost perfect. Okay, we got a good one on our hands. And you're right, we struck when the iron's hot on the Sega Genesis. The focus on gameplay served the game very well. Beautiful, but game here 7. Was like, okay, fine, whatever. 8 out of 10. Alright, very enjoyable. Alright, so yeah, it was very, so yeah, the market responded very nicely so far. Awesome, man.
Good.
Awesome. Okay, so what we are going to do is, let's pull myself. Player, tell me on a game report, please. Okay, I like also the idea that, hey, he went completely invisible, but I think he's back. You back? How you feeling? And what else you got that we can rush on? Or do on? I'm gonna have him go on sound. We're running sound on this one specifically. Yeah, we are not doing mono. We're not doing anything else. What else we got? We can also then make the vocabulary game, but I'm not gonna do that. Let's go mono. Sounds. Alright, there's our element to that. Boom. Okay, so for Day of Death, we got this, which is... Level design is important, okay. Platform audience is good for the Sega Genesis and mature gaming, and topic of military mature elements is great. Yeah, because if you're going to be in a military case, you better see some blood and gore. Digital Insights 2. He's new to the team, a few more games he'll have, and the team will have a higher potential. Focus our entire team on game dev. Awesome, but I think one thing we probably want to do is... I want to see if I can't... No. Actually, I'm trying to see about trying to hire somebody, but I don't know if I can. Oh, wait, I can. It can go in the box over here. Oh, no, over here. But also, yeah, I got a budget specific what I'm going to be running here. And, you know, I'll wait till the game is off market before we do anything with that. Yeah, our fans are going okay. There's the mono sound. We got that running. Okay. Let me also take a look as far as stuff with, publisher. Okay, so... Bluebit, well, fine, we have, Sega license us. But yeah, Sega didn't make Harvest Moon. That was Natsume. Deep Platinum to take off on Deep Silver. Activisionaries, so it's supposed to be Activision, and then Blue Bit Games, which is... I don't know what that one is. Right, off the market, sold 82,000 units. Yeah, it didn't bring in as much, admittingly, but not too bad. Fine, we do need to hire somebody else, though. Alright, we're gonna focus on... Actually, I think we need our art to be indicated. So we have an algorithm man, we have a development man, sort of, and myself. Let's do a show reel for, I guess, artistry. So yeah, let's see what we can find. And we'll do some contract work in the meantime. Let's see what we got. Playtesting. The game backdrops would be the easiest. Yeah, for the time being, let's do that one. Alright, so let's see what we got. Alright, so we have 3 people. Okay, so based on how much you allocate, you have more people to pull from. Okay, so Sean Tucker, Dalton Nugent, I believe, and Garrett Sanders. Alright, what do we got? So, I do need a design man, that's absolutely true, or a design individual here. So let's see, what are we gonna get? Let's see. People on speed, or as far as being able to run fast. Tech research. Yeah, I'm going purely on design element. Dalton is my man, but Garrett Sanders does have some potential I'm seeing. And for a level 1, his stuff's not too bad, it's just his tech is limited. You know what? Fine, we're gonna have an entry level. Because what do they always say when it comes to development of a company, which is that you're gonna have people who are at higher in level, and then you're gonna have the newbies that way, as far as people trained, but they have a hell of potential. Yeah, like Garrett Sanders, that's a name that sounds like somebody I can trust, and someone who's gonna have a great perspective. There he is. But he is kind of in turtle mode, so we got to start training. So yeah, hi, welcome to the team, friend. And yeah, let's see about Lamont. Make him think. Let's make him think. And I can train myself. Let's do, Game Dev Gems. Okay. So I do like the idea of how we're kind of investing a little bit of capital this way, while also managing our stuff with game. All right, welcome to you, my friend. But... Oh, we failed the contract, okay. Fine, whatever. I'm not as concerned now. Probably because I was focusing on other stuffs, but... That being said, that should be alright for now. Okay. You said something, the business is starting to grow your team, so update client list. If you want more contract work, let me know. You says contracts are unlocked. Okay, awesome. So yes, it's going pretty well. Okay, so make them think, and Game Dev Gems. Okay. So let's see what we got as far as our contract works. We have... Okay, they're longer, but they pay out more, but they have more of a penalty if we screw up. Hello, game project with some art. The application looks futuristic for a movie. Oh, so we can do the, we can do the Courier Films perspective. Remember we played Pitfall, the Mayan Adventure, the fact that the company that did the animation for that was a Hollywood studio, or a Hollywood, animation, house, specific.
So that's why it looks so good, it was a professional team.
That's true. Actually, you know, in that case, oh, no, let me, go back to that. No. Let's do that. Yeah, I think we can, where's... Yeah, futuristic application. That's an 8-week, run.
Yeah. No, the only problem is with that game is it screen teared.
What? The game I'm playing here?
Pitfall.
Oh, Pitfall. Oh, yeah. For certain things.
The first game that I saw that legitimately had screen tearing.
I don't know, although... Because we played the Sega CD version, I don't remember seeing it as much on that one. I know some of the other versions you're right on, especially on 32X, where it also costs a ton of money. But, you know, I'll have to look back at that.
I'm mainly remembering playing it as a kid.
Okay. All right.
And I could tell the screen tearing.
Okay. I want to look back actually at our play of that for the Sega CD version, just because I'm curious to see if that's something I noticed, because it did look very similar visually. It's mostly the same, but a little better there. Okay, fine. For the
as an example, level 2, the falls. I remember it had some screen tearing.
I'll look back at that.
The most iconic part that I remember that it constantly had screen tearing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look into that again.
It wasn't unplayable or anything. It didn't really ruin the experience. I was just like, hey, what's that little line going across the screen?
That's an interesting memory, though, getting a sense of looking at something as far as the visual design and saying, like, hey, something you noticed. Also, yeah, Super TES is coming out. So, yeah, we're getting to 1990s specific for this. Fans around the world have been waiting for this moment. It seems they won't be disappointed. Yeah, it's true. The Genesis did have a year head start over Super Nintendo, or 2 years head start over the Super Nintendo. Alright, so yeah, let's do this futuristic application if we can pull this off. Come on, team. Alright, we got it.
Alright, go.
That being said, we do need to make a game, and I think we do need, we're running out of money. And I still think we want to run a small game. Well, yeah, I definitely want to run. I definitely want to run small. Actually, no, I'll tell you.
You have a big that costs rent, and games cost money.
Right.
You have to spend money. You have to spend money to make money.
No, yeah, you're right, absolutely. Yeah, it costs money because it saves money, as far as the Moonstruck perspective. Okay, I think we're going back to the PC for this. So, yeah, we had our Genesis element, we're bouncing between consoles, or bouncing between systems. So, yeah, there you go. There's our element of military and fantasy. Actually, you know what? I think we need to okay, no. If we're going to go back to Coach's Conundrum, I think we do need to have better tech. I don't think we're going to... I don't think I want to go back to that one yet. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to get another topic. Let's see. So... Sorry, what?
We haven't touched Abstract.
Yeah, we haven't touched... No, we haven't. I'm just trying to think of what kind of thing should we run for, Abstract. Actually, let me see also, because there's also life and vocabulary. I think we can... Yeah, well, you know, okay, good idea. Let's run Abstract, just because... I'm just trying to think that what should we be doing as far as an Abstract game. It's on PC, may as well. So, Abstract. Because here's the thing, I'm thinking about Abstract, and... if I'm just going to think about it logically here, I would think that feasibly Abstract would go with anything, because that's exactly it. It's not something that's easy to put into a box. So it could be Abstract anything. Unless it's going to be Abstract and you want something that's on the outskirts as far as a genre. So, like, fine, if you see action-adventure games all over the place, what's an abstract action game? But then maybe an abstract simulation, like, that's something totally different. So,
What is a quote, right answer according to the game, their game, but you make a valid point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say that's an interesting one. Although, look, I think you know this well. Any game can be abstract in terms of any genre. I mean, I've shown you some of the strangest things as far as what a game can be doing, as far as what kind of a game it plays like. I'm trying to think of a good example of something I've shown you that way. I mean, we're going back to Mystical Ninja starring Goemon next week for its finale, but that's not necessarily that the game's abstract. It's just that its style is so different as far as its cultural perspective specific. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going back to that next week as far as this. You know, fine, let's make an abstract adventure. Okay, we're on PC. As far as an audience... Okay, here's another question, which is, I'll think this logically. You know how there's a lot of stuff for children as far as in television and things like that? Things that seem like they're kind of strange on the surface of themselves, like the Teletubbies or something like that? I'm almost wondering if for that reason maybe Going Young would be better because people wouldn't question it. potentially, or they do like
Interesting theory.
maybe.
I feel like people that design games for kids don't actually understand kids.
Yeah, that's a question
Like-
too. You know.
The complaint I hear a lot is like going back and watching kids television.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, as a kid, you're like, okay, whatever, sure, it's okay. But then as an adult, it's, how did I sit through this? This is so weird and bizarre and creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Who thought this was a good idea to making this for kids? This is creepy and weird.
Or it plays different because of age. You're right. You ask those questions you wouldn't ask as a child.
Programming for children is what they think of children's shows are not appropriate for children.
Well, I mean, then again, you have stuff like Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood as far as the idea of them kind of being more straight to the point to a certain degree. But also, that also creates another distinction as far as what is the idea of what a show like that or some kind of element is going for. I guess going back to the abstract thing for this one, it could be either or
safer.
Yeah.
They don't break the rules. They make it, you know. They try to make it more educational or family friendly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's something to be said about that.
Bizarre.
Okay, I put the game engine as far as the graphic thing again. You know, fine, we probably would want to run graphics for abstract. You know, fine, fuck it, I think we should do... Actually, no, I'll tell you, this is going to go to a game we're doing in a month, because as I mentioned, Nikki's going to be playing... Are you familiar with the Freddy Fish games at all?
No, I'm not.
They are point-and-click games. It's actually ex-member of LucasArts who developed them. Ron Gilbert, who made Secret of Monkey Island and Full Throttle. Basically, they're kind of... They're games that blur the lines. We'll see this next month, because she's going to be playing this for us. They're kind of games that are like point-and-click adventure games, like a lot of the LucasArts stuff tended to be earlier in that era. But they're also games that have... I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. It's kind of blurring the lines between an entertainment title and then the idea of like a game that way. And it's like a talking fish solving these weird mysteries of a haunted area. So in that way, Nikki, this one might be for you, in that we can make, we could get the idea of, like, Freddy Fish's element. There are, like, 5 games in that franchise, and they ported a bunch of them to modern systems and also the PC. So, you know what, we're gonna do that. We're gonna be abstract and have an adventure case. And then that. You'll be curious to see that one. Of what I've seen in that game, it is interesting, but alright. Here we go. So, for our adventure game, I think we want a story element, for that. Gameplay we do want. Engine... Fine, it's gonna be the Scum engine that powers those LucasArts games, I think. I guess we maybe want to tell a story. It might be like Parappa the Rapper or something. Like, hey, it's something so abstract, but it's gonna touch your heart specific. Or Find Freddy Fish, I guess. We see that. Okay, so let's run.
Story.
You don't think story on this is needed? But it shouldn't make sense. Good point. I think we do want gameplay here. I guess maybe we'll do a quest case at least, because it's story and quest, and we'll engine it up a little bit. So it'll be robust. Okay. Oh. Yeah, fine, let's do middle.
Okay. Alright.
This is gonna be interesting. I'm not sure how this is gonna go, honestly. Dialogues, yeah. Dialogues, I think, are important on this one.
Okay, it says dialogue, three pluses.
Oh, yeah, I think we want that then.
Yeah.
And then the level design, I think we want some. I think we want AI in a decent case, too.
So they give you a hint. They give you the +3 into dialogue, so
Yeah.
that should be your main goal.
Yeah, we'll focus there, and then, fine, maybe we don't need level design as much, but I think... Okay. I mean, that might be what hurts me, but I don't know. I think that's okay.
Okay.
Alright, so not Super Nintendo is out. Yeah, fine, we're running PC on this baby. Okay, so yeah, in terms of abstract, we damn well better have graphics and sound running. And honestly, I think we want to go max out on everything on these three. I think we want a world design for how abstract and bizarre this is going to be. We want graphics for how it's going to look. And we want sounds basic on, because that's what we've got for it, to kind of get the player into the experience. Yeah, we're thinking like a game developer now, for sure. I think that's how we're going to want to operate this. Okay, we're getting in the hole a little, but... Oh, okay, look at that last-minute push. Awesome. Anything else, everybody? Oh, shit. Okay, so yeah, overdraw your count to 200,000 now, but alright, fine. Oh no, we want to finish this.
Your count to 200.
Okay, we need another, Coach's Conundrum. Maybe we can get to that. Okay, so as far as our abstract element, so I also gotta think about what do we call this thing.
Save my company.
What was it called?
I was joking to saying, ask the fans to save your company. Make it a plea for your fans. An abstract plea. This whole game is a metaphor for saving your company.
Well, the other thing is do is like, hey, going back to the 1960s, 1970s, what was one of the most abstract and experimental music bands ever? The Beatles. So in fact, let's have a nod to them. Make it obvious. You remember the Beatles song and album "Help"? Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're nodding to the Beatles on this one. There'll be people out there who's like, "Oh my God, there you go." So help, saying help. Oh yeah, it's so good. All right, so there we go. So help is ready. Alrighty. Better user experience, level editing, and open world. That's early to get open world on Super Nintendo and Genesis, although then again, I don't know, like the RPG element like Final Fantasy IV and stuff like that. Alright, we need some stuff going on now. I also need to see...
Well, Arena was around this time, wasn't it?
What was?
Well, Elder Scrolls was in this time period.
Daggerfall was 1997. That was when the very first Elder Scrolls game was. But if we're at year 6 and the Super Nintendo just came out, that would be 1991. Let's see how this operates. Okay.
Wait, Daggerfall was the second one, right?
Well, what was the first one then? What was the first one then? If it wasn't Daggerfall, what was the first one?
I thought Arena came out first.
Was that the name? It was Elder Scrolls Arena? That was the one?
Let me Google.
Okay, because I know 5 is Skyrim, 4 is Oblivion, 3 is Morrowind, and then there's Daggerfall, and then there's whatever the first one was, unless it's splitting. Alright, let's see. We're begging for help because we need money. But, let's see what's going on. How did help do? Let's see. This might have been a horrible idea. 5 out of 10. They should focus more on design. Quirky but good.
It says Arena, Daggerfall, Battlespire, Redguard, Morrowind.
Okay. So we're kind of...
94 for Arena.
Okay, so, alright, that was actually earlier than I thought. Okay, so we're getting there. Okay, so we're kind of in the middle. Well, I mean, I guess for an abstract adventure, I guess that makes sense, because how many times do you have a game like that with people like, what do we make of this?
Yeah.
We do need money, though, and that's going to be the question of, I don't know if we can do this. Well, hey, if nothing else, we are in... This is an interesting thing, so it also is giving a good element of practice. And in between stuff, when I can do it, I'll practice the game more just to get a sense of getting stuff ready for when we do this. Although, interestingly enough, except for next week's show, I don't technically have to practice anything until we do this game. Because everybody else is playing something else, or it's something I can't really practice.
That's a silly, fun thing. It's not meant to be played and beaten.
No, I know that. I know that's the idea. That's not. As I said, that's clearly not what I'm necessarily going for. But it's also the kind of thing of, hey, when I haven't played a game much, or as much as you have, in this case this one, I always want to at least be prepared to some degree. So, fine. It's not Contra Hardcore. Contra Hardcore is the opposite end of the spectrum, where it's like, yeah, I'm practicing that game. I announced that game a year before we did it, so, and then been practicing it constantly. And other stuff. Oh, we do need money, so let me get a... Alright, fine, we need some game art. Please, start doing it. While we let our game hopefully sell. Oh, shit. Alright, so let's see what's happening. Okay, we got a lot of stuff here. Action Adventure is a great combination. Story and quests are important. Platform genre for PC Adventure is great. Platform audience match is okay. The PC for that.
PC for young is okay.
Yeah. We do need our contract. Okay, it's picking up on sales.
I don't give PCs. Though I was a contradiction.
What is?
I didn't have a PC as a kid.
Uh-huh.
Well, I guess it says okay, not terrible.
Okay.
Still.
Alright, yeah, I do need to get more money. That's a database thing. I don't know if we're up to it, quite frankly.
Well, you just released the game, right? So you should be making money this morning.
It's not making much. I was kind of losing money on certain things.
Oh.
Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so yeah, this is going deep into history. I don't know if you remember the CD add-on for the Super Nintendo, do you? They were gonna make a CD add-on for Super Nintendo. That's what this is referenced to. That's the... This is it. It was the Nintendo PlayStation, because what they were gonna do is they teamed up with Sony to make this thing. In a surprise announcement at the Entertainment Conference, so Vonnie has made Play System. They collaborated with Nintendo to make this. Basically a Super Nintendo with a CD drive. That's exactly what this is. So yeah, if you know that element, and you know what happened, well, yeah, they go into that. They don't touch Atari, but they're going to touch something else. These are the world's first console using CD drive, although they do ignore the the Turbo Duo, or the TurboGrafx CD.
So this game is very pro-Atari.
Yeah, I guess it's, well, actually, well, no. I think there might be one part they don't ignore it. I think they don't ignore the Atari Jaguar. At least I don't think they do. But, we'll see. But, of course, here's what happened, which is that after Sony and Nintendo announced the PlayStation system, or the Play System, things turned sour because Nintendo said, we're canceling this, we're going with, developing another console with a different partner. That was Philips. That's where we got the CDI, by the way. This is how that happened. Rumor has the distribution deal the companies worked out was unfavorable to Nintendo, handing over the control to Sony, which again is exactly what happened. Namely, this is a gaming history documentary in its way, while also being jokey about certain aspects of it. This is the end of the Play System. No, it wasn't in real life, but we'll see that. Alright, so yeah, we're kind of... Okay, there we go. We're back in the green on money, but we do need more money, so we gotta... we do need to get some money. I don't know if we can handle the database thing. I do need to get some money coming in, but... We'll do the backdrops. I think we can do that. Oh, shit. Oh, right, because our monthly costs. That's why. Because I was making money, but because of the monthly costs of my people, that's why it's going down. Okay. 2 months, the NES is gone. So basically, you're at 1994 about now. Helps off the market. It sold 22,000. Yeah, it was not a huge seller. Because people didn't understand it clearly. Okay, so there's that. I gotta also look at my people. I didn't...
We need help to be released.
Wait, what is?
We need help too.
Yeah, I know. Although it's still better than some of the worst cases, but... Alright, we gotta figure what we're gonna do. I think we gotta put all our eggs in a basket of something. Or, okay, we made the young thing. We don't want to make the young thing. I think I do want to...
The young thing?
No, make something for kids, I should say. The idea of researching vocabulary. I don't think I want to do that, because you did the young game, the abstract adventure. I think I want to make this... Fine, for this, I think I can run this. Let's do the city game. Yeah, we're taking to the streets, and we need to make some money. We're gonna do a time track. This will at least hold us a little bit, I think. Yeah, this might be the end of the road, but... Hey, if nothing else, is good for the case of the practice. Like, come on, guys, we can do this. Uh-oh. The NES is out of business, so there you go. Okay, so yeah, okay, now this is our last attempt. So everything went well, but backstage everything was falling apart. But alright, tell you what we're gonna do. Yeah, we need to run PC. We can't afford running anything else. So let's see. We're going to the city. That's what we got. I took that. Or actually, no. I'll tell you what's gonna save us. I think we need to make our sequel to Coach's Conundrum. We have to do it. We have to do it. We have to do it. This is our last shot. So we have a sports simulation. Alright, fine. Yeah, that is going to be our case. We are going to call it Coach's Conundrum 2.
Yes.
We have to.
Games you're actually before it gets released.
So.
It's that important.
Yes, it is. We're going to get some hype. Coach's Conundrum 2. I don't know if we need something clever or just say the number. Fine. Coach's Conundrum 2 game time. Yeah, it's game time, friends. So it's like, yeah, this is it. This is do or die time now. So alright, we're in shape for this. Alright, we need our engine. We need 2. We're going for everybody. We need our graphics.
And medium. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. So there is our graphics. We can manage this. I hope. We don't want story. Gameplay, engine. Quests, no, we're not doing anything. We're engineering and gameplaying it. This is we're riding the line on this one, my friends. Strong audience, because yeah, if we don't get this thing devved quickly, we're gonna run out of money. Uh-oh. This is close. This is gonna be really close. AI, level design. No dialogues. Come on. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, what?
We have a audience bonus.
We do, but alright, world design, we don't need graphics, that. Okay, come on, come on, come on. I mean, active security, I think we could do some security upgrades. No, we can't afford it now. Sorry I bothered you. Oh shit, no. Hold on. Bugs are at 7, I think we have to release it now. Yeah, I'm keeping here so time doesn't stop. I don't think we could afford...
By the way...
Yeah?
You may get a chance for a loan.
Oh, you might? Okay, so fine, I'll wait. Your financial difficulties, your company's about to go bankrupt, but after careful consideration, we'd offer you a deal. Now you're out of the danger zone, but you have to commit to pay us that in your time. I think we can do that. Alright, fine. Fair enough, we're doing it. We need to make our game ready.
Yeah, so if you released it with bugs, you probably would have gone bankrupt.
Okay, I did release it with a bug by accident. Because he introduced one at the very end. Finds 1. Hopefully they'll...
But like, releasing of 10, that's a huge penalty. That's gotta be a huge penalty.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, so... Alright, this is game time, and then, somebody needs to go on vacation. New research available, better dialogues. Not for our game, we don't need it. Alright, here we go. Coach's Conundrum 2 game time. I'm feeling the tension. 7 out of 10, nice experience. Okay, not as great as the first one, but what could be? Okay, 9 out of 10, Informed Gamer loves us. 8 out of 10, played it for days. 7 out of 10, beautiful. Okay, that's good. We do need some money for this, but okay, but also my guy need vacation. Okay, get out of here, go on vacation. And then let's run a report on that. So talk to myself. As you know what, I think we're okay for now. I think I need to, yeah, he's going on vacation too. You both go on vacation. We don't have much we have to do now. Just sit back and let the money roll in, sort of. Post-race analysis is complete. So,
also, I think that's a paid vacation, just saying.
What is?
I think their vacations are paid vacations.
Oh, cool. Or bad. Well, paid by us or paid by them?
So you have to pay us.
Okay.
You still have to pay them.
Okay. Garrett Sanders is still new to the team. Former games of high potential. Okay. But he didn't need as long as vacation, at least. Okay, there we go. Okay, so... try to see, maybe we need a publishing deal. Alright, let's see, hang on. Okay, we can go with D Platinum, TGQ, or like THQ. Nintendo or Codemasters, or Codemeisters. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need to do something in order to get that next game across the line. So I don't know, do we want to do a publishing or just create another game? I think we just maybe create another game with what we got.
That's up to you. If you want to sell your soul to a publisher for money.
Uh-huh. Well, I think we need, yeah, like... trying to think...
Score, though.
Sorry, what?
No, you have to meet the minimum score.
Yeah, we might not, so you know what, I'm not gonna do it. We're gonna make our way. Alright, it didn't sell as well, but, that being said, I think that's fine. Alright, fine, we're gonna... Well, it's not, yeah, I don't think I can no, I don't think we can afford the sound case. I don't necessarily want to do contract work yet. We'll wait, we'll do a publishing, we're gonna make another game, though. Okay. And I think we'll go medium for this one. We're gonna go mature rated again, and we're gonna see... where's the market share? The Genesis is still there. Actually, we haven't done much on the PC with the hardcore. I think I should, because otherwise they're gonna come on. Actually, wait.
Jeez, PC has a lot of good stuff.
It sure does.
Everything.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, we haven't done our city case. Actually, well, fine. We want to do we don't want to do Grand Theft Auto, probably, I guess, in this case. So let's do a city action game for adults. With, better graphics. We'll name it later. And hopefully we won't run into the year case where we have to pay up and then we're gonna be fucked. We'll see. Then 2D graph. I was gonna say, I think we might run into that case, when we get to that. Alright, but let's see what we can do. Alright, so yeah, you need to help us on... that. Okay, you're engine man. I'm gameplay man. Here, okay. We want a decent engine for this and some gameplay for our action. Alright, this is gonna be interesting to see how this handles. Alright, let's see. Level design, I know who's gonna go on level design. Mr. Lamont, it's you. Mr. Sanders, focus on your, fine, he's not very experienced, but at the same time, he's also something that he needs... Actually, you know what? Maybe I should put him on level design. Okay, that's gonna be maybe more of a hindrance. Oh, wait, no, I have him on both, so I was like, no. Yeah, I think... Fine, Lamont's gonna go on AI. Player 1... Or player me, us.
There's pluses and minuses, though.
I would say the pluses is on level design. So at that point... Okay.
Yeah, so dialogue's not... You're not gonna do much of dialogue.
Yeah, not yet, we're not, no. And I'll give... Fine, he's an art man, we'll hold off later as far as Mr. Sanders. Alright, come on. I am still getting into this, I gotta tell you. I'm really loving how this is turning out. Okay, so yeah. Artman, Garrett, Sanders, go is all you. And then, on audio... Fine, I think we want him to world design. And then I can sound it up. Sorry, what?
This is fun.
Oh yeah, no question. Okay. Yeah, I'll overload myself for this. I think we might want all of this. Alright, hopefully we can pull this out. Come on. Oh no. Oh, E3 is here. Yeah, which now none of the console manufacturers want to go to, but back in the 90s they all did. Yeah, invitation to participate at E3. I'm sorry, what?
Why do they not want to go to?
I don't know. I mean, it was weird. Oh, look, Nintendo hasn't really gone for years because they used to give a presentation there, but they just do their Nintendo Directs. Microsoft and Sony, it's kind of surprising. I mean, I know Sony, they'll have their own events for, like, around the time of the show. It's kind of surprising. I mean, they didn't have E3 last year. It was canceled. I don't know if they were upset saying that, no, we thought we could have it again, and they didn't. But, yeah, they said, no, like, we have an invitation. MMO booth can gain a lot of fans and hype. Sorry, what did you say?
Because they all have their own conventions, or no?
Or their own conferences, but even at E3 they had their own conferences. That's kind of a surprise, too. As far as when they said, hey, that's not happening, there's like every console manufacturer, Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft said, we're not going to be having a presence there because it's usually June that happens. And this is first time back in well, fine, it happened 2 years ago. Didn't happen last year. And I guess for this year, it's gonna be curious to see what goes with that. All right, fine, we have a way to just get hype. Weirdly enough, our problem isn't fans, I hate to say it, it's, other stuff. Alright, there's Georgie playing, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Yeah, the remake of the, Generation 4 game from DS. Okay, so let's see what we're doing on our, city action game. Okay, so Garrett Sanders got to second level. Alright, so let's see about, oh, fine, this is an adult game, too. Let's see, we're calling it Car Killer.
Okay.
Okay, so, we'll see how this goes. Markers not analyze the games with no trends. Decrease experience, follow staff, earn a raise. Okay, so yeah, that's also gonna come out of pocket each, month. Also got, stuff for 3D graphics, 2D graphics, level 3, and simple cutscenes. Alright, but we do need to see what's going on. Here we go, reviews. I'm not 100% confident we'll see how this operates. 5 out of 10, fun at stages. 6 out of 10. Achieved a great balance between tech and design for 6 out of 10. And 7 out of 10, nice experience. Okay, better, but I don't know if we're going to be able to have enough money coming in for this. I guess we'll go until we go bankrupt. And if we do go bankrupt, that'll probably be the end of the show for tonight. But we'll see how. I mean, we're going further than I thought we would. I didn't necessarily think we'd get this far. So I got to give that. And okay, it's selling. All right. Well. Actually, yeah, this game is selling not too bad. So let's see what it is. Scene action's a bad combination. Okay, that's surprising. Sound's important, which we ran sound massively. Platform genre match is good, and PC mature gaming is great. Okay. Yeah, that's surprising that CD and action is not something that goes well. Also, self-publishing medium games like this, most efficient, we have 100,000 fans, which we don't yet. What you do is give us great exposure and help us reach more players. Yeah, I might want to try that then. Except do a bailout. You have to pay back the agreed amount in 3 months. Okay. And we can't make a new game because otherwise we're going to run out of money. So I think we got to see what's going on our contract work. We heard of this thing called the internet. We want to have one. Okay.
Well, it's like you would break even.
Yeah, this is going to be... Yeah, we're going to cut... This is going to cut close, potentially.
Rent. In other words, the thing with contracts is I don't think they're very good because you basically break even. You pay for your rent.
Right.
These contracts don't really give all that much.
My concern, though, is that I don't know if we can make a game in 3 months. In fact, I'm pretty sure we can't.
A small game?
Yeah, good point. Can we make something now? Fine, we'll start. Make something really small. So we're going to be as economical as humanly possible. So, yeah, the Genesis is, okay, goes back to what I was saying about the Sega Master System in Brazil, because, yeah, they discontinued the NES before they discontinued that. Because of Brazil, as far as in real life, and I guess that's what's going on here. Okay, so PC. Game Boy has been consistent. Okay, so fine, we're running PC again.
So it's not that you need to make a game, it's you need to make a game and it sells to make up the cost of making it, right?
Right. So I think...
So it has to be a small...
So we need to smash. I think we need to go back to the military stuff. And I think we need... Yeah, we need a big case. We need military action. And I think we should run mature on this.
That would be a smash.
I think so. And then engine... Yeah, the engine was the case of the graphic thing. Yeah, well, let's do it. Yeah, let's try and smash this one. You know, I think maybe we should reduce... Should we reduce the graphics on this one, or still go at a V2? They might... Wait, it might not go if it's out of date, so no, I think we have to stay with this.
Probably use the best one you have.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna think.
It's not that 20k more.
Okay, so story quests, we don't care. We're just killing stuff. Engine's gonna be about that. Let's see. We'll see how this goes. Dialogues, we don't need...
Just make Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean, well, fine. Yeah, true, you're right. Or it would be more Medal of Honor at this time, or getting towards Medal of Honor specific. So yeah, we do want... Like with Call of Duty. Call of Duty was amazing when it first came out, which actually, 20 years, by the way, this year for the original Call of Duty, which probably should be the first one we show on this program. It's awesome. It was a case where people were sick of World War II games, and man, it breathed new life. But yeah, AI was an amazing part of that game, as was its levels. So yeah, we're gonna focus that way.
I think the original PlayStation Medal of Honor is actually decent.
Oh, it's great. No,
I'm not a big shooter fan either.
Those games are great. Those first couple, they were really good. It's just that I think also the idea is that there's so many games about World War II that maybe people were getting kind of tired of it, and then Call of Duty came around and kind of breathed new life. Sorry, what?
They market with those games. I'm not sure why. Was it because of Call of Duty or Medal of Honor? Sorry.
Medal of Honor.
Was it because of Honor's success?
Medal of Honor was a huge one. I know also with Medal of Honor was it was a collaboration between Electronic Arts, who published it, and DreamWorks Interactive. That was Steven Spielberg. In fact, he was heavily involved in some of the elements of that game. And he's a big one as far as gaming and stuff. He made this game Boom Blocks on the Wii, which I kind of want to show off at some point for the show. But he was the one kind of pitching ideas for certain things with the AI. And then the game came out, and it was very well received. And then Medal of Honor Underground, the next one came out. And I know Allied Assault on the PC was a huge deal. That was a really great one. And then from there were a lot of them and a lot of games like that. But then some of the later ones were not so hot. And then when Call of Duty came around, Call of Duty's perspective was, hey, let's have a look at this from multiple perspectives of the war. Because you had like 3 different campaigns. That's how the rest of the franchise would go, like splitting off across different characters. And the way the scripted elements of that game went, it's something that it created quite a sensation. And it was one of those coming out of nowhere. What was this? Okay, they're talking about E3. I was gonna say, yeah, we can't go to E3. Sorry, I want to leave. Yeah, we're not doing E3.
A small booth is kind of risky.
Yeah, I was gonna say not now. Yeah, now specifically. Okay, so fine. We want sound, so things are gonna die nicely. World design shouldn't be bad. Graphics should be nice. We need a hit. I'll find a little bit in world design, a tad. Yeah, I think we're coming up to the end. A killer car is still selling, so that's that. Alright, come on, get our bugs out, please. Alright, sequels. We've already made a sequel. We made a sequel to Coach's Conundrum. Okay, so there we go. Our tech sure ran nice.
Not actually considered a quote sequel, but yeah.
Yeah, fine. We're naming it that way as far as sequel. I'll say, okay, so as far as this military action game, I guess it's... let's see something here. Trying to think of the best way to run this. Let me think about this, because there's something I was thinking...
It's not Call of Duty.
Well, no, we're gonna come up with, actually something, I didn't mention we did Streets of Rage 2, we called it, like, Cul-de-sac of Fury or something, so it's like, instead of Call of Duty, we're gonna call it, Sound of, a synonym for duty. So it's,
Duty?
yeah, so it's my duty to do something, it's my, fine, okay. Actually, sound, I think, is a synonym of that. Sound of obligation. That's what it is. Like, sound of obligation. That we're gonna teach him big words again. And also, you're obligated to save your teammates when you're in the shit in the foxholes. If you're ever a case of like how that operates. Let's go.
So if you run away cowardly, you ain't coming back either.
Yeah, the atheist in the foxholes. Like, yeah, you're not coming back. Yeah, you're obligated when you're down in there. You better be managing or handling everybody and basically having everybody's back. Alrighty. So, sound of obligation. Our Call of Duty. 5 out of 10. Fun stages. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be the hit we need. Well, okay, Informed Gamer liked it. Falls a bit short. Alright, I like it. Okay, so, sort of there, but I don't know if... Actually, we have Car Killer running at the same time. I didn't know we actually had 2 games selling at once. Car Killer's off the market selling, okay, it did actually pretty well as far as sales. Alright, here's the PlayStation. No, they're not PlayStation. The Play System. They reworked their earlier Play System prototype and Nintendo canceled the project, which is true. Comes CD-ROM drive, 30-bit processors, and wholly owned by Vonnie. Press say may begin a new generation of consoles, and Nintendo wouldn't comment. You know, the market in 2 months, and also remember, because of that, Nintendo lost Square for like 6-7 years. Alright, here we go. Uh-oh. Amount of money has been deducted. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. We're still in the red, but we're also not at 200,000. So we did sort of pay it back. We are getting okay on sales, but we also need... Okay, I like the idea that we're kind of hanging on by a thread, but doing okay. Actually, I'm just curious about this to you, Proterova. Do you ever get through the entirety of the year you set for playing this?
Huh?
Have you ever completed this game? Gone through all the years?
Yep.
Okay. It's off the market. It didn't do so hot. And there's Darth Loctus playing Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line, which just came out yesterday. Specific. He's been in the chat in a couple games. Actually, he was in the chat when we did Sonic Mania and GoldenEye, actually. Yeah, good to see him that way. Alright, so yeah, we do need to do something, but... Yeah, we don't have a license... Sorry, what?
It's maybe not a single achievement, but, you know, at least play through the story modes.
Yeah, I get that for sure. Alright, we do need to get a sense of what we're gonna do. Yeah, because I think I'm gonna go bankrupt. And I can't develop a game that quickly. Oh, actually, I never Sorry, what?
And I beat piracy mode too.
Oh, game over. Alright, so there you go. Perfect. Game over. Unfortunately, you're bankrupt. But we did, we had a not bad run as far as that. Confirmation of company name, which has been financial trouble recently, went bankrupt. Here's Electronic Mass Productions. The gamers who purchased the remains. Spokesperson said, we're excited to have acquired the rights to all of our previously released titles. Hearing this, fans have expressed their disappointment. Okay, but fine. We went down, but yeah, they were missing us. We made quite a mark. This is the end of your journey. You can either load a save game, restart this stage, or start a new game. I'll restart the level for the purpose of having a save on this. Because yeah, we ran on Coach's Conundrum. So what I'm gonna do is hit the menu button. All right, so here's a new office. I will have a save file running this specific. Actually, let me see some here. Yeah, could we have that? And that was Sogs Gaming, which I did for my practice. But okay, that was the audio we did before, and then there's the save we just did 3 seconds ago. Okay. We can also take a look at our achievements just as a perspective. A famous supporter and good judgment. Finalist, one of Easter eggs in the game. Develop the game within the game. Turn up to 11. Perfect game. Finish the game. Yeah, these are all the achievements. They have the in-game because, remember, Nintendo does not believe in achievements. They're the one holdover, and they said specifically we're never going to not do that or have that happening. Alright, there you go. That is the practice element of Game Dev Tycoon. Proterova, thank you very much as far as how that operated. I think we're in better shape for that. And yeah, I like this. I like the idea of us, this kind of perspective of how to run this, and also a little bit of a preview to this. Yeah, we went almost like 3.5 hours on this specific. So yeah. Okay, so that will do it for this. I'll hold the video as far as it's going to save this, and it's go up onto Twitch right away when we're done with this. But we will be back to Game Dev Tycoon for the full play with Proterova here, as well as the debut of Blood Spiced Moon. That is going to be happening on March 25th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's correct, right? That time?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure the time is... We're adjusting that, but as I said, that's based on schedule, so all three of us can meet up. And we're definitely looking forward to doing that. Based on what I just am seeing on this, yeah, this is quite a great case. And I think this might be a situation, I think, for certain things... I might want to do other practice runs for certain games. I think I should do one for Contra Hardcore specific. And I also thought of one other thing at some point, just to go into this quickly. There are certain games I know we have reason to return to because we've said, like, hey, there's other things we have to show off. We had that with Wheel of Katamari last week. I know a couple of the Sonic games that way. I'm toying with, and I'll figure this at some point, doing a Flashback Friday show at some point, or, like, balancing that out. So games we played already for the show that we have a reason to come back to, that maybe we don't need a guest case, or maybe if we do, depending on how scheduling is going to work, we can show that off as far as that idea. But I like this. And it's this unique idea of, like, having 2 shows in a week, but also having, you know, a little bit of a layout to give a bit of a preview what you're going to see in a couple of weeks. I'm looking forward to that, Prover. Thank you so much for jumping in on this one and being a good guide on this and making this request. And I cannot wait to do this game with you and Blood Space Moon on March 25th.
Should be fun.
It's definitely going to be fun. And also, in his case, he will also be back April 22nd after that for the start of Lunar, Silver Star Story Complete for the PlayStation. That's going to be our next RPG after we finish Parasite Eve, and actually the week after we finish Shadow Hearts, which, by the way, just to go into a brief thing on schedule, we're not going full schedule look yet. We'll go on that tomorrow night show. But yeah, tomorrow night we are having a show, or tonight as it is now, because it's after midnight, is Part 5 of Shadow Hearts for PlayStation 2. The Crusader 64 is coming back in for that one. And next week's show is going to be a Friday show anyway because of how scheduling is going to work. That's going to be the finale of Mystical Ninja starring Goemon for Nintendo 64. Proterova, I remember showing you that game a little over 2 years ago.
I have it.
Yeah, I loved being able to show that to you, but also at this point, I sat on it for too long, so we started it, but we're going to finish it next week, next Friday. And I did see the entirety of the Legend of the Mystical Ninja anime, which Alec first brought up as far as other past shows we've had, and of that game, and also when we did Kirby Crystal Shards. So I'm already to talk about that and go more into the Goemon goodness. And then the other stuff we have coming up next month, including Game Dev Tycoon for Switch here. But yeah, with that, I will bid you a good night. Thank you so much for watching Super Bowl Game Saturday. Thank you again, Proterova, for this. I appreciate this, and for us being able to break the boundary of having a case of running a show this way. Yeah, you've definitely been a trailblazer for this program, and there's another case for it. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart.
You're welcome.
Sure. Okay, so yeah, with that, we'll bid you good night, a good rest of your night, and good day tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night with Crusader 64 for Part 5 of Shadow Hearts. Till then, keep being awesome. Have a wonderful night, and take care.